Going to take that to mean we are live, and that means welcome back to the Storytime Network, where we are once again playing D&D. The ancient white dragon awaits, and we are scared.
As we should be, I think.
Oh god, yes.
So, without further ado, let's hand over to our lovely DM Kaido.
Yes, let's go. So, last we left our heroes with Aldane, the half-elf paladin, Seamus, the half-elf bard, Felix, the Eladrin painter, and Daron, the Genasi rogue, alongside a orcish fighter in Prody and the elven monk Ruh. The six, well, everyone apart from Seamus and Felix had fallen into the hole that the ancient white dragon, Ghoul Levi, along with the Oni bear creature, had all fallen into. The two spellcasters decided to follow in, which meant everyone got to enjoy some very lovely flashbacks. Definitely not traumatic and horrifying.
Definitely not.
Totally not.
After then discussing what was going to happen, a long rest occurred, which was very helpful considering how dangerous everyone was looking after the dragon had attacked. And you made your way in. The cave was very dark, unlike the last one you all went to when dealing with Flora, which meant Daron's abilities were a bit nerfed.
Only a little bit.
After a quick decision on who would scout ahead, Seamus offered to take the thing, and
Immediately regretted it.
yeah, he was hugged by a creature known as a Sorrow Swan. Specifically, this one was the Lost, basically a physical manifestation of people who have died having lost their way, and all the built-up resentment coalescing into a physical shape.
So basically, Seamus got bad touch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then
That did happen.
Seamus got hit. Someone hit the Sorrow Swan that Seamus was unfortunately being hugged by, which then KO'd him, because that is a thing the Lost do. I myself KO'd a party member by doing the same thing in the Wildcards campaign. And so, as you all went further in, dealing with more and more Sorrow Swan, eventually pooling in as the fights went on, the fights were getting progressively more dangerous, and you all made you all did very well and survived. As you went along, however, you did notice some suspicious ice blocks had been placed around the area, which, upon closer inspection, revealed switches that, when activated, caused very dangerous rumblings. There are still some more left. As you would notice, there is one over here. And if you would take the time to explore, there is one further down as well.
So, do you want to take a quick rest before or after we mess with those ice blocks? I vote for before.
Up to you guys.
Rue just chimes in. Well, the ice blocks aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Do you think we're tired enough to rest for a while, or do you think we should just be quick about it?
We should be quick about it.
I mean, I'm not feeling very sleepy.
Well, let's find a nice alcove to rest up in.
We should catch our breaths, though.
For the sake of things, I'm just going to get rid of the Sorrow Swan corpses, because I imagine you would either destroy them or just move them.
Yeah. So why don't we move over here to rest?
Well then, there you go. I'll leave you to decide where you want to put yourselves. Yes, short rest. If
I need to roll
Seamus,
my remaining hit die.
before you do, Seamus,
Yes. Song of Rest, correct?
yeah,
What's that roll again? Was it a D6? Yes.
I'm gonna say it should be on your sheet.
Sorry, I was talking to myself for the most part there.
Fine.
Hey, there you go. Extra 4 to your little hit die.
I
It's
am
not
back to
to,
full. So.
I mean, thankfully Rua didn't get hit that fight, and neither did Prody. But I mean, Prody still having action surge is always nice.
23 total recovered hit points. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Do you have any more?
No, I
Oh,
only
you
had
ran out.
3. I ran out.
Oh, days.
I need healing. I'm only at 38 out of 65.
Looks like someone's gonna have to give Aldane some heals, unless he wants to heal himself.
I am almost certainly going to be taking the brunt of the attack from the dragon.
Best thing we can hope for is if we can scatter around it. Is anyone else doing hit dice?
I'm okay.
I'm chilling, actually.
Oh yeah, it really was Aldane who got hit first. Yeah, because he ran straight in and choked.
Yeah,
He
I
basically
leave
got
quite a
the
bit.
same treatment that I did.
He
Same
choked
treatment that
quite
I
him
did.
out. Yeah. I
Can anyone else heal me up a little bit?
I have literally no healing capabilities.
Do you want my last grade of healing potion?
That would be appreciated.
Okay.
if it's greater, I believe that should be 44 plus 4.
Yes.
I will
can
pay
also
you back
toss
for this
on-
later.
I can also toss on a healing word for you if you want.
Do you have the spell slots for that?
I can use a couple of first level spell slots, so I could probably cast it twice for you.
I'd save at least some of those for the dragon.
Okie doke.
But one wouldn't hurt.
Sounds good.
Additional 14. At 52 now. Yeah, one healing word should be enough. I want to keep them lay
There
on
you go.
hands for in case of emergencies during the fight.
Yeah, because the best thing about laying hands, you can choose exactly how much you want to use.
Yeah.
So you could
So
just
I am now at
you
59
could just keep
hit points. I
you
am
can
good.
just keep topping up everyone with like 1 HP if they get down.
Yep.
hmm
So yeah, having as much lay on hands available as possible is definitely for the best. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm at 59 hit points. Oh, before we go on the short rest, I also want to, real quick, just use Channel Divinity to restore my last spell slot. Because that's the only thing that recharges over a short rest, so...
Yeah, but it's uses per day though, I believe.
Is it? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Because there's total uses per day of Channel Divinity. I'm sure. Let me just check. Where is it?
I don't see anything in here about it.
Let me. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh yeah, I think it's clerics that just. I don't know. Yeah, I'll allow it then. Fine.
Okay. I don't know how many times I can use Channel Divinity, but I think it's limited by my level.
Didn't even say that.
I'll look at it real quick.
The
But
regaining spell slots is limited though, because it specifically says like how what kind of slots you can get back. I think it's based on like half your level.
Yeah, I think I'm limited at the moment to second level, second or third level spell slots.
I don't think you can get third level.
Oh, half third level, so it's not a big issue.
Anyway. Hey. Let's check.
Yeah, there's no statement on the guide as to how many uses of channel divinity you have access to.
Right. Anyway. So are we all heading out?
I
Yeah,
think you
we
can
should
only
probably
do it
go.
once per short or long rest. Looking at the player's handbook.
Hmm.
Okay, good to know. Well, I guess that I can use it once after the short rest before being unable to use it again.
Hmm.
Sounds accurate. Shall we head out then?
Yes, we probably should.
I wonder what
Right.
happened to the Oni bear.
I wonder as well. By the way, there seem to be two different paths. One going south, I guess, and one going west.
We haven't properly checked the western path, have you yet?
No.
Not really. There are some ice blocks over there, so let's go take care of those, and then we can investigate a bit further.
I will say you still are relying on dark vision, so you do only get 60 feet ahead.
Hmm.
But I'm going to say, just for example, with Rua, you'd have to get much closer to properly see the path. But if you are going to go over here, yeah. So who is going to do the switches?
I think I will, just to help. Just because I'm.
Rua will do this one.
So where are the switches?
So there's one by Rua here, and then there's what you can presumably guess the final one down here at the very bottom of this path.
I'll
Okay.
get this one.
I'll
I'm
just
closest to
stay
it
over
already.
here and wait for the inevitable flood of enemies.
Hulk smash.
So I'm going to move the ice. So the moment both press the blocks, you actually hear what sounds like something moving, and it sounds like it's coming from down this way.
Great.
So it's the other passage.
Well, the thing is, as that is moving, down here is also moving, as Felix would see a flat wall that is slowly opening up.
Oh.
Well, gang, looks like we'll have to split up.
No.
I'm totally joking. We're not going to do that again.
Doors open. Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot Dairon was basically blind in here.
By the way, this is so narrow that you will have to be one by
Single
one.
file? Damn.
I guess I'll go first since I'm the tank.
I just want to be at the back with Felix. We're the squishy ones.
Well, if we get hit from behind, you'll also be screwed.
Don't play with my feelings like that.
Yeah, and you don't have
Just
your
being
necklace anymore,
realistic.
do you, Seamus?
Say again?
You don't have your necklace anymore, do you, Seamus? Brody says.
Nope. It's possibly the worst time to lose it.
So, Brody will be behind Aldane. Where's Darren gonna go? Rua's fine being at the very back because he's the fastest. Because if he was, say, if for example we did this formation, Rua could still get through.
That's a good point.
Like he could, Rua could
Yeah.
still move and still have 20 feet spare. However, he has run out of his teleport for the day. which also means he is in exhaustion from it because he does have it, and he's
Oh,
also
jeez.
used his. To be fair, level 1 exhaustion only means disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. Well, that could
Um,
be
but
an
he's also
issue.
he's also used his use of fairy fire. The only other thing he could use is this dancing lights,
Hmm.
but that really doesn't offer anything really in the use of utility unless we were fighting like a creature that's almost blind. Out of character.
Can't prestidigitation light a candle or something?
Yeah, prestidigitation is incredible.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that, but
I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting it in the chat.
yeah.
He does have his key points though again, Brewer, so he can like do stuff. Yes, are we happy with this formation?
Yes.
Yep. Let's get down to business.
Good, because there's no backsies.
To defeat.
Hopefully the Ancient White's not just,
No.
waiting there, ready with an ice breath.
Yeah, that'd be scary, wouldn't it?
That would be very unfortunate.
Bill, why did you give Kaido that idea?
I
Who
mean,
says I
you
didn't
say
already have
that.
that
You say
Bro,
that
who
like.
says I didn't already have that idea?
I was gonna say, you say that like Kaido hasn't already thought of it.
Out of character.
Sure.
I had this next map already made like for last session. I just forgot how fucking bulky Soroswan are. Because those lost had 80 hit points apiece.
Fucking hell! No wonder they took so long to go down.
Also, I think they had resistance to non-magical weapons.
Which thankfully we all have at some level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, resistance to blood. Oh, no, that's it! Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while in dim light or darkness. Hence the lighting.
Well, that's just not fair.
Well, they're dead. It doesn't matter.
Also, yeah, the
Okay.
grapple. 68 psychic damage when in the embrace at the end of each of your turns. And it's 4d10 when it hits you with the embrace itself.
Oh, no wonder I almost died.
Hmm.
And hitting an ally that's grappled deals 48 psychic damage.
Oh, Kaido, I forgot. Does a short rest, does that reset your death saves or no?
Nope, you have to sleep it off.
I still have a failure on my death saves then.
Yeah, let's go. It's fine, you're gonna live.
Living on the edge.
Speaking of
I
living
too
on the
like to live
edge,
dangerously.
as Aldane passes through first, you watch as he's immediately swallowed in by an inky blackness. As then Prody trepidatiously goes in.
I was so worried you were gonna say he was swallowed up by the dragon's mouth, and we literally just walked into it.
And you watch as Prody is swallowed in. Daron,
Yep, I'm going in.
you go in. And you
Yep.
watch as Daron is swallowed up.
Follow.
Onward onto the breach.
Felix is swallowed into the breach.
Seamus pokes at it a little bit.
I'll kick you
And
in
then
if you don't
steps in.
hurry up.
Then steps in.
And then Rua doesn't go in. No, he does. He's not going to abandon you guys. That's not his style. So, as everyone is swallowed in, your vision goes once more. This time, you watch as basically, this time, the perspective is different. You watch as a very familiar sight of a young man running through a swamp. It's heavily rainy. There's large and horrifying creatures in the distance that seemingly aren't bothered or are just not paying attention. This person, who, from what you can see from the point of view, is wearing quite lavish clothes. And in tired blinks, you see as the movement is getting further and further and further until they get to where they want to be. As they open up this cellar. And when they go in, you see 7 different points. And you actually see, as I'm going to take you to the world map, you see 7 locations. Actually, no, I'll bring you to the blank map, the second map I use, just for the sake of measuring distance on my own time. So you can see this all right, the clear map. So you see different locations. I will draw the things
yes,
where
the
they belong.
thingamadoos.
You see a thing there, you see something here, you see something over here, you then see something over there, and then you see something over by here, and last but certainly not least is by here.
Oh man, that's so
That's
far
All the
6.
away.
glitch pieces.
That's 6, not 7.
To be fair, if you remember, the piece that was presumably here moved all the way over this way.
But I still only count 6, and you said 7.
Oh yeah, I forgot Black Rains.
Hmm.
I'm cringe. Ignore me. The final one is here.
Oh, thank God! I thought it was
I
gonna
don't
be
like the
like in
sound
the
of that
opposite
place.
corner.
I mean,
Uh,
it's not much better. It's in a place called Black Death Swamp.
Like I said,
That
I don't
sounds
like the sound of
exciting.
that place.
and this man, once he's inside, is just shaking. You can tell it's not from the cold. You feel calling it white hot. This rage would be almost underselling it. This is the kind of fury that might make even a god tremble. And you just watch as this man is throwing stuff around on various tables that he's put stuff on. I didn't mean to put that dot there. Oh, that dot over there. Oh my god. As I was saying, yeah, he's throwing stuff around, looking for stuff. And you watch as he basically places. Bearing in mind the map that you would see all these locations on is like this big, massive map that's along this gigantic wall. Like, this map is taking up the entire wall, and the wall is like. It's fucking big. Like, side to side, it's like probably a good, like, maybe 50 feet.
God damn.
And you watch as he lifts up off the ground and just stabs in, like, these, what do you call them, like, darts into these locations. And you watch as he basically then sticks his thumb out, and you watch as it presumably goes into his mouth, as he then drips blood along the floor and starts making runic sigils and writings. What languages do people know? Again?
Elven Primordial Common.
Common, Elven, Orcish, Infernal, and I think Draconic. Draconic's the last one.
Draconic?
Mm-hmm.
Common, Elvish, and Giant.
Common, Elvish, Kenku, Dwarvish.
Right, so some of you make out some things. There's something in Elvish, there's something in Draconic, there's something in a language that seems similar to Abyssal. Infernal, sorry. Fuck. Yeah, and you also see something in Primordial.
Oh,
But
that's
there
rare.
are some other languages that aren't being used. Oh no, one of them is also Celestial. Let me just check. I just need to make sure I've got this correct. Is it Celestial? No. No. Right, so this is what is said in Elvish.
Boy, oh boy.
Even the Feywilds will fall to this power. in Draconic. With my very essence, I will achieve greatness.
Oh boy.
What seems to be infernal? These are the only two words you pick up. Unholy and beyond. And then in primordial next. In primordial. The elements will be mere toys to my godliness.
Oh boy.
That's fun.
And then there's some other ones. The thing is, in between Draconic and Infernal is a language that's written. And in between Infernal, you don't know. Probably Abyssal, given it's a very similar script. And Primordial is a language. And then after Primordial is that'd be another language is written after Primordial.
Which we don't recognize at all.
Again, no. And
We know quite a few different languages between us too.
what basically happens is in this room is a gigantic runed circle, and he's basically like not a runed circle. It's like a circle. The sort of tile he's on, and in each parts of the circle is like these 7 smaller circles within that he is then writing these things with. In each inside these circles is then various artifacts. The one that has Draconic has what appears to be a scale with the head of a long and also the head of a western dragon. In the primordial circle, for example, there is also 4 of these small cups. One has a lit fire, one has dirt, one has water, and the other one is empty. In the elvish one, probably the most ghastly of them all, is what appears to be blood that's still very fresh, and what looks like ears, pointed
That's-
ears.
Concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Very concerning.
And these ears look like they've been pickled for a while from the condition of them. And it's very similar things in some of the other circles. The sort of infernal looking one actually is ash. In one of the circles is basically feathers that are glowing. And yeah, it's just not great.
Mm.
And this man stands in the middle of the circle. And the middle circle is the one that's got Draconic with these scales. And what he does is he then squeezes his hand and drops blood in one of the scales. And then in the other hand, he then holds this ore, like O-R-A, and then gingerly places it on the other scale. And these scales are maintaining a perfect balance, despite the fact that the blood he's put in the other one of the scales is nowhere near enough to match what he's put in the other one.
Mm.
And then, as he's about to continue, all of the circles begin to glow this unholy color, and you feel dread.
Great.
as the area around begins to shake and shudder. And this man is speaking all of these languages with beautiful fluency. In fact, he's even using some very esoteric words from like Elvish and Primordial and stuff, with pronunciations that would make even some native speakers struggle. And then you actually watch as the darts on the map begin to glow as he says each language, starting with the one in Ten Noyama, the one in the Forbidden Ice, the one in by Siltanok, the one in Bovetnan, the one in Pahala, the one in Centralis, and then finally by the Black Death Swamp. And before he can continue, the man turns around and you see someone who looks very familiar. You've seen this man before in the visions with Flora.
Brother.
As this black electricity shoots out from his hand, and he just watches it basically goes through the point of view you're looking at, and he just collapses. And you watch as he's trying to crawl away, but obviously it's not enough because he's crawling and can't do much else. And you just see the other man walking over and stomps on the hand you can see in the point of view and just smiles and shakes his head. And for the people who can lip read, you read this. I am so sorry, dearest brother, but this was not meant to be. If only you followed my grand design. Maybe if you didn't cast aside your pride as one of the ancient black dragons, maybe this could have been avoided. And the smile he makes, you don't even need to understand what he just said, because it's full of malice and this sort of arrogance. Like, he's looking down on you as much as he possibly can. And then he like actually stands where the point of view you were at before, when the ritual was being cast was done. And he begins to speak. But unfortunately it's too hard to make out any words as the vision is fading in and out. And as this happens, the man, as his grip on everything is going, his fist is clenched, hard enough that this is the hand that's not been used for blood. He's drawing blood. He's gripping his own hand that hard. And you just feel the shivers and radiation come off him. The rage that whatever he was doing has been thwarted. But you also feel some sadness from it. That things have come to this. And then your vision comes soon.
Oh boy.
Dun, 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 dun.
You watch
Sorry.
as the dragon is looking straight up at the ceiling. The ceiling isn't very high. It's enough that he can stand up and like sit up. So it's probably like a good few, maybe like 60 feet. And it's just looking up. And it's just eerily quiet. The only things you can hear are the sounds of breathing. So, you have come. The dragon looks down. Directly at you, Aldane. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Do you wish to take these claws from me?
no. We need to. We came here to extract that dark essence
So you are here to take my claws. Why did you lie?
I didn't know that they were connected to your claws.
Can you not see? Half-elf, human scum born. As he just holds up his claw. And you can clearly see where it's been cut off, that it looks even more dead and decrepit. And like almost rotting even. As you even see some bits of flesh under the scales. Your father came for me and took my children and my arms. Are you here to do the same just like him?
It is not my intention to harm you.
Then why did you need to come? You could have let me settle and live here until I died. You are no better than your father and any other filthy human. The rest who deserve to be wiped out by his father. And he points to Rue at the back. I have no quarrel with the Everett family. Lucky you. I knew my father was doing horrible things. I did not condone it. He was messing with things that should not have been messed with. And I also have no quarrel with you, as he points to you, Seamus. Despite you being a filthy half-human as well. I do not smell the stench of your lineage upon you like I do him. That scum! As he just gestures to Aldane and sweeps with his claw. Not to hurt you, but as if to just emphasize the point.
Why are you holding me accountable for the sins of my father? I had nothing to do with that.
And yet you're still here, just like him.
If there
You're
is a way
still
to
someone
resolve
who's
this
taking
peacefully,
lives. Oh,
there is a
peacefully?
way to resolve
Is there
this
now?
without bloodshed. I would
How?
happily take it.
How? Did your father offer me the same?
No, because my father was a colossal monster.
And how are you any different? I smell the stench
Because
of blood. I've smelled the blood of my children that you've taken from me.
what?
I can smell my children on you.
I don't recall encountering any of your children.
If anyone wants to, they can give me an intelligence check. If you can't remember, genuinely. Does anyone else want
Well,
to?
Could you
I can
repeat the
try.
question?
Yeah, you
Would
can
it be
do an
intelligence or
intelligence. It's intelligence because you're having to recall a detail.
Fuck.
well?
To be fair, the DC wasn't too high, but unfortunately, Seamus absolutely failed. Aldane absolutely failed, and so did
Naturally.
Felix.
Also,
Turum
I
Tower.
checked high enough.
Turum Tower. There was white dragons.
I just I walk up. I just like, Aldane, the tower. They
The
attacked
ones,
us.
the ones that were part to ask.
They had attacked us, and they had been infested by some abominable thing. They weren't themselves anymore, from what I could tell.
I'm just gonna start playing
The
some
essence of
music.
the Tarask had corrupted them.
Lies! And as he is shaking in rage, the air around you begins to get cold. Out of respect, a respect that your family did not give mine, I will allow you to position yourselves and get ready for fights. But if any of you attack me while you position, you'll be the first to die. And I will not do it quickly. So, he's letting you move 30 feet. Not towards him, however.
Hmm.
You cannot get past this line I'm going to draw.
Does anyone want
Anything
to take
back
the
here?
bullet of being killed horribly? Because if he takes a long time to do it, we might be able to kill him while he does.
I'll tell you now, there's no attempts to strategize, as I will not give you too much time. Move in place and hurry up. Killers of my children.
I appreciate what honor you are showing us, even though you may hate us.
Hate does not even describe it.
This, I just say this is revenge.
Well,
Oh shit, I should have asked if we could have done held actions before going in.
probably not.
Are you staying there?
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
Oh.
No, I'm not. Gonna
God
go over
damn.
here, maybe.
Rue was ready.
Zyron definitely.
Aldain could at least be explained by being reluctant to go through with this.
Seamus is ready to do some dragon slaying.
Okay.
There's no other talking
Felix
this
didn't even
through.
roll a nat 20 and he got like higher than I did.
I got good
I mean-
dex. I got good
I mean,
dex.
Felix rolled 1 point less than Rua.
Yeah. Exactly 1 point less.
Yeah.
Same initiative modifier.
Let me just check anything else.
If
Aye.
there's no talking this through, then regrettably, let's begin.
Indubitably.
Rua's turn.
So never mind.
Rua draws his sword and just shakes his head as he looks to the others as he's running and just says, "There's no point in hesitating. It's him or us." As he moves in and goes for, you guessed it, a Moonblade attack. If you didn't guess it, 5-head move.
Move by attack
not
to
even it.
the dick.
Don't know if the dragon actually has any exposed genitals for Rua to kick.
You'd have to get right under it, which I mean, it could probably
Yeah,
just
sit on him.
sit down and crush him.
Belly flop.
Right. So, as Rua goes for the slash, the dragon just shakes in his direction. He just pushes him before he can even strike, and he then goes for the second attack. Hits as he basically slashes, basically where the fake arm and the real one, the rest of the body is connected, and gets a surprisingly deep cut inside before pulling back. And you just watch as the blood leaks out, and it's just like a black corrosive tar.
Ugh.
Mog Pro.
And then, as a bonus action, Rua is going to use a key point to use Patient Defense. So now, any attack against him has disadvantage. As he just gestures to the dragon with his one free hand and just says, "Come on already, stop wasting time. All this posturing doesn't look good for you. Ugly." Felix?
I cast Toll the Dead.
That
Okay.
sounds fancy. What does that do?
Isn't that just a cantrip?
It is.
And because he's already been hit, this is a D12 instead.
Well,
Yeah,
it has
and isn't it
to
extra
make
damage against undead.
a wisdom save, but yeah.
Would you believe it
Pretty.
that this creature has a minus to its wisdom
Mm.
checks anyway?
I'm not surprised.
It's almost
Give me an idea.
it's almost like I
Oh, boy.
learned from our first fight.
Oh wait, did I actually? Oh my god, all the walls in this map are fucking objects. That's gonna be fun. That's fine, I can... It's fine. You can't touch them anyway, so it's no trouble. So yeah, Toll the Dead. Now he has to make a wisdom save. I knew I forgot one thing to open up. The dice roller. Right. So, unfortunately, as you ring these miserable bells, the creature just looks at you and shakes its head before lowering itself down to Rua. And as you do that, it's going to use a legendary action as it makes a tail
course.
attack against Rua. What are its mods? Oh yeah, it's plus that much. Well, that's a crit, but thankfully, Rua is being hit at disadvantage. And just barely misses him. As
He learned how to dodge.
goes for the swing, and you
Dodge!
just watch as the tail's about to connect, and Rua just vanishes on the spot before appearing back again. You going to move, Felix? Mel?
I'm thinking. No. I'm not going to move. I am, however, going to use my bonus action to give Painter's Inspiration to Seamus. So why not?
Yay.
Might as well use one of them.
I mean, this is the last fight. Might as well use it. Speaking of
See, I
inspiring,
don't trust you when you say that.
speaking of inspiring, Seamus.
I'm casting hideous laughter.
Oh, nice.
Well, he definitely is intelligent enough that he can be affected by this.
Mm-hmm. And he's
fun-
just 30 feet away from me, I think, so it's perfect.
Fun fact, in the
Yeah.
original draft of this, with the previous group I did before it ended, I originally had a young black dragon that attacked the town of attacked Centralis in the first session,
Mhm.
and it actually died because it couldn't get out of hideous laughter. It actually laughed itself until it died because it still couldn't pass any of the checks.
Hell yeah.
However, this might be different.
We'll
Do you want to say a funny joke before I make the roll?
Damn, you must be a multiple pack a day smoker if you got all that black ooze coming out your arm. I purposely made it a shitty joke just to make the laughing more unrealistic. More hideous.
One way to do it.
No, this is the dragon.
Yay.
No, that wasn't funny. And he just
Damn
shakes
it.
his head at you because it failed.
That was worth a try. Bonus action Bardic Inspiration on... Felix, tit for tat.
I probably don't need it, but okay.
Felix, you are now bardically inspired. Use it well.
Worst comes to worst, use it on a death save.
Oh, I forgot. I had an inspiration from before the short rest. Do I still have that, or is that gone?
10 minutes. Just the same with aid also would have ended because that's an hour duration, I think, or is it 8 hours?
It's an hour, so that wouldn't have ended. Because isn't the short rest only half an hour?
It's an hour.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That did end.
Yeah. Aid has ended.
I lost many of those temporary hit points anyway, so it's not a big issue.
Are you moving, Seamus?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be grouped up, so I'm gonna move like over here.
Prody's turn. Prody will move in. And he's just immediately action surging. He sees he sees what Rua's doing and is going to meet it with 4 attacks. First of all, that hits as a crit for... Oh god, that's quite a nice chunk. What's
That's a
that?
spicy
Fucking hell.
meatball.
18.
19. 18.
18
can't
damage.
match.
18.
Second attack. Hits.
Yeah, remember, Dylan, 2 odd numbers make an even number.
Yeah, Jack.
Now,
I know.
because his action surge, this is 2 more attacks.
Fucking hell.
That hits.
That was min damage, but hey, at least you got a crit. Like, and third attack hits. Fourth attack even. As he's basically slashing at the leg from behind and pretty much does the same as Rua. Like he's trying to just fucking cut him off. Because what you can tell, the scales and flesh around the actual claws seem to be much frailer. And the dragon is just screaming in pain. So now it's... Oh, actually, as it's the end of Brody's turn, it's going to do another legendary action.
How many legendary actions does it get?
Yes.
You don't know.
I mean, anyone who's proficient, I would say, could make a quick Arcana check for free. I'll allow it.
Yay.
I have an idea, but that's like
Yay.
knowledge.
For what you can tell, Seamus. 2.
So it just used up all of it in the first 2, or the first round?
But it regains them at the start of its turn.
Ah. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a mechanism to even the odds because action economy
Yeah.
is really important to.
Now it makes a tail
D&D.
attack. Brody isn't at disadvantage, so he does take this hefty hit. As he is winded right. For a total of... $18 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Yikes.
As he just gets smashed right into the wall. And then pretty much bounces off it, like this wall.
Boing.
And just starts, like, shaking on the spot. As now it is Levi's turn. And he just looks down at Rua. And just says, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to goad me. I remember what your grandfather did. And so... he's going to move out. Provoking from Prody. Misses, unfortunately.
Wow. How's a high AC then?
It's
AC
dragon.
of like 18 or 19, I would say.
Probably.
And he just looks down at you and just smiles, as all of these attacks are going to be at advantage.
No, I
As
figured
he
as much.
does its special rage ability, effectively reckless attack. So 1 bite and 2 claws.
Ow.
So the bite is... what's your AC?
20.
Got a 19. You're lucky.
Ooh.
And then... so as it opens its mouth wide and goes to bite you, you barely just duck under. Thankfully, the ice actually let you slip. In a good way.
Yeah, I move my foot and slides out, letting me duck faster.
And then it basically brings its claws at the side and tries to squish you in between. That's 23.
That'll hit.
But the first attack, dealing 11 slashing damage. As it just swipes across the side as he manages to slide backwards and just miss one of its claws. Then it goes for the second claw, and that's 16.
Oof.
Rolled a nat 2 and a nat 3.
Oh my god, it has that much of a plus modifier?
If this was an actual ancient dragon, it would have hit every attack, very likely, apart from Rua. But that he still would have very likely been hit by a lot of the attacks. This is like
Jesus.
This is like middle between
Adult
an
and ancient.
Yeah, with some fancy new tricks like advantage. But you see, as it is now tired out, all attacks against it have advantage.
Good. I'm gonna
Oh,
insightful fighting, because even though,
You get sneak attack anyway.
yeah, but you know, just in case.
I
'Cause
will
why the
say
fuck
the
not?
lighting is clearer in here. 18.
Yep. Yeah, the beat
would
an
you be
18.
Would you be surprised this isn't a very charismatic creature?
Shocked, I tell you, shocked.
That rolled a nat 6.
Okay.
It fails.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow with one of my poison arrows.
Oh, okay.
Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
21 points of damage. And then for the poison, don't mind the sneak, 3. So 24 points of damage.
No, no, the 3 doesn't count. As you
Okay.
notice, it doesn't react to the poison. As it
Cool.
isn't.
So resistance to poison.
Let's go with that. Sure.
Or legendary action.
No,
I'm,
no, it's just straight up immune to being poisoned. At least as a condition. Oh no, hey, so it means it takes poison damage. You just can't be poisoned. So yeah, it still does work. Don't worry.
Alright. So I'm just going to move over here. Nope, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go over here.
I just need to do something else. That would be then. And then. That would be then that much HP. So you guys are actually doing pretty well. You actually see as the dragon is actually quite struggling. It doesn't appear to be appreciating things. And now it is Aldane's turn.
first
Nice.
thing I do is cast on myself Shield of Faith. I need the AC to survive this
So as
thing.
you cast it, instead of a holy light, you actually watch as ice begins to form around your armor. It's not restrictive, but you still feel just as protected. And all of you notice this as well.
That's new.
Alright. Now I'm going to stab at it with my longsword.
You have advantage.
Nice. Does that hit?
That does indeed hit. Wow.
Doesn't do a lot of damage. And I'll
So-
go again.
5. That also hits.
11, there we go, that's better.
Okay. Yep. So both attacks hit, and you begin to slash at basically the wound that Rua actually made. As you basically dig into it more and more of its. Well, you actually start to see bone, and the
Mhm.
bone is black tar. And now it's Rua's turn. As he goes behind it. And, would you believe it, is going to do an attack.
Shock.
Hits. That's max damage. As he slices, like, so he basically does he swings with two hands almost like a baseball bat, and slashes more of the wound that then Prody's done. And also sees bone from there, as the corrosive black tar bone from its claw downwards is exposed on another limb. And that was just his first attack. That hit. That's one off max. So once Rue does that, the dragon begins to roar, but this is a different kind of roar. As ice begins to spread out in spikes around everyone. Let me just check the aura. I'm doing an aura
Okay.
just to know how big this is. So if I'm changing size, it's because I want to make sure it's correct. Yeah, sure. So Aldane and Rua both have to make dexterity saving throw
Oh joy.
as the
Fuck me, I
dragon
guess.
brings its claw up and slams it down into the ground.
I don't think I made that save.
Probably not.
You didn't. Now I have to make a dex save for Rua. Nope. Wrong character sheet. So Rua also failed because this DC was 17. As ice spikes just gut you and stab you, even going through some of your armor, Aldane.
How much damage do I take?
You take. Let me just see. Where are you? As that is 19 piercing damage.
Ow.
As then the spikes immediately fall back into the ground, and the claws, the actual exposed like nails and stuff on the dragon, begin to sprout more smaller spikes. And you actually watch as the wounds begin to knit up, like, and slowly regenerate back. As then the actual claws themselves begin to glow this ominous blue. And now I have to roll for how much HP the dragon gets back.
This hand of his grows with an awesome power. He calls upon his enemies to defeat him.
Oh. Okay. That much. Nice.
That's a spicy meatball.
So as it does that, both Aldane and Rue are knocked prone.
Fuck.
And then I'm actually going to have to change the music. Fuck off, Crunchy Nut. I don't want Kelly's Crunchy Nut. I don't even eat cereal anymore. Sure, I'll go with this one.
Who's eating chips?
Shame.
I am. Sorry, is it too loud?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, that happens, and the dragon just roars as... Let me just check. So you actually notice as icy breath is coming from the dragon's mouth, and also acid,
Oh boy.
and it just looks even more feral. As then Rue's turn actually ends early because of that. Felix.
Man, we got him to second phase pretty quickly.
To be
He
fair,
got rid of his first health bar really fast.
unlike the corpse flower, this doesn't have a stench.
That's
True.
good.
True. We are making a Felix taking this fight.
Oh no. Maybe you should have let me have a long rest then.
That was a funny day.
That was a fun day. So let me think.
Also, you notice it's not as lethargic as it was.
Great. Wonderful.
I wonder how many health bars this guy has.
Yes.
Can't hurt. Gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh,
That'll do it.
fancy.
Oh.
Lucky you.
Oh.
What damage?
Duality of
Right.
man.
Fire.
Okay.
And it is cast at 3rd level.
Now, do white dragons resist fire, or are they vulnerable to fire?
No, to both.
Well,
That's,
as long as one
That's
of...
that's a very spicy meatball.
That is a very spicy orb, yes.
24 points of damage as you just bean it right in its eye. In one of the eyes, and it's just screaming in pain. So much that it flails wildly and will use its legendary action.
Oh, why do I feel like that was a mistake?
Now I have to check another aura. Because this will definitely hit more people. Oh, Aldane, Rivet, and Prody.
Well, I'm just outside of it, so I can't
As it
say I'm
just
unhappy.
beats its wings.
Broseph, you are munching chips extremely loudly.
Yeah,
I'm
Dylan,
sorry.
it's fine. Deck save.
And this is why I didn't get into melee with the dragon.
This is Prody.
I'm a melee fighter, okay?
So only Rua passes.
Fuck,
And he still
really?
takes half damage.
Aldane, we need to buy you a longbow or something.
He has javelins! He just
This is
refused to use
12.
them.
This is 12 bludgeoning damage. As now
Ow.
Prody is knocked prone. And now the dragon's in the air.
I am down to 17 hit points. I've taken way too much damage from this one.
Flying above the ground as it looks directly at you, Felix, with its one good eye.
I made a mistake.
As the other eye is now leaking this corrosive black tar.
Oh no.
So should I cast Shatter?
Actually, you're moving, Felix.
I already moved most of my movement.
Alright, Seamus, your turn.
You know what you could do?
Not die.
Haste.
Get good.
Haste would be nice, actually.
I mean,
Who's got the lowest AC besides me and Felix?
I have 16.
Hey, I have 17. Don't lump me in with you poor AC folk.
The thing is with haste, it's in the air, so melee attacks can't reach it.
That's a fair point.
And Darren can only get sneak attack once per turn, unless Darren was to somehow hit it as a reaction.
I'd say to avoid hasting until it's back on the ground.
Okie doke.
Well, it's up to Seamus, because no metagaming. Or else more
Fair.
ice spikes might burst out of the ground suddenly. You're lucky I nerfed this fuck with taking away its lair actions.
Oh yeah, no, layer actions on an ancient are terrifying.
We
I
do
don't think we're high
appreciate it.
enough level to survive that.
We do appreciate it,
Thank you
Kaido.
for not. Thank you for not actively trying to TP chaos.
Yeah.
Who says I'm not?
Wow.
I have a question.
So yeah.
If I were to use Shatter, would that collapse the cave?
No, because you could aim it so it just comes from its body.
Yes.
Give me a second, I'll give you an NPC. What's the radius and shatter?
It's 10 feet. Let me look.
Also, how high up in the air is it?
10 feet. 10 feet.
Is it a sphere or a circle?
Sphere.
So you could do it above and just barely catch them two. Not barely catch, barely miss them two, I should say.
I was gonna say I don't want to catch them.
So you could do that with no trouble. If you want to cast it. I
Fortunately, my gut says that it's got decent constitution.
Yeah.
believe a big, bulky creature is surprisingly
Yeah.
con heavy.
Still, if you're lucky, you might burn one of its resistances.
How many resistances does it have, or is it a
Oh,
for sure
shit.
thing like its actions?
I gave it minus because I forgot the last D20 roll I made was the thing with Daron. Not passes. Passed by a good margin. Still takes half.
Still 10 points of damage.
11.
No, it's 10 because it gets rounded down.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, in terms of how many legendary resistances it had, if I recall correctly, it had 3 in that first fight.
Provided it's not slept since then.
And we did sleep.
No, I'm
Yeah.
you know, I understand that it may have slept. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm fairly sure I remember it having a max of 3 when we fought it, so it has
Yeah.
hopefully it
you
has a max of 3.
Are you moving, Seamus?
I inch a little bit closer to the wall.
Brody's turn. Brody gets up. As much as he wish he didn't have to. Oh no, wrong thing. He's not downed yet.
Brody, please piss it off for me.
How?
I don't know, but do it. I will not
Brody-
survive.
Brody just bangs his shield as he moves over this way. Just bangs his shield and says, "Ugly, come on! Try me for once. See what an orc that killed a T-Rex could do to you. Just be warned, I'm a pretty spicy meal." As he tries to goad it, and I'm going to have him do... I'll do just a straight charisma check with his -1 to charisma rolls. Pretty...
Not a bad roll.
That's his bonus action. As his main action, he is going to use the dodge action.
I had a feeling.
Also, Rua's dodge would have ended way long ago. Now the dragon has to make a wisdom check. And the dragon just says, "I've killed orcs before. You'll be no different."
Feel like that's racist.
As it's his turn,
Oh, we could really use that Oni Bear right now.
and it... Well, as it begins to hold in its breath, the air begins to get cold, and it aims its mouth directly at the floor.
Oh, fuck.
Which is perfect because from above you hear the sound of what sounds like shattering glass. And you see
Does
this
it keep running in here?
as it just comes
So
down
funny.
and just fucking dive bombs on it.
Topecon hero up in this fucking joint. This fucking Oni bear just keeps flying in.
Giga check.
Oni
How
Bear is unofficial MVP of this arc.
Repeatedly enters fights, completely changes the dynamic, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
He got into a mindscape, by the way, like a demi-plane.
He already
Let's be
fell in.
clear.
Well, he already fell into it.
True, but still. I just want to make sure everybody in the room knows this.
Also, you don't know what the other pathway led to.
You know, I'm glad we didn't go down that path.
Out of character, you would have fallen onto the dragon. Because it would have led you upwards.
Oh boy. Oh, that would have gone poorly.
Well,
That would've
you
been
say
bad.
that, it actually would have let you have a free turn on it, as it would have been surprised.
I mean, I would be surprised if I was a dragon and a bunch of adventurers just landed randomly on my back.
Do I want this song? Sure, why not? Just to change the tune. As the bear just is grinning the biggest grin it's ever had. It looks very happy to be in this fight. As it
In
just
the background, Seamus is like, I'm gonna write a song about this.
as it just fucking beans the dragon on the head with a punch. And I'm actually going to make this a public roll.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord!
That is-
yes.
MVP.
That is a 20 and an 18 on the die.
As it deals. Oh my god.
Got max damage on that second roll.
It really wanted to do this, guys. It really wanted to be part of this.
It was building up to this moment the whole time.
This lad is basically taking on the apex predator of this area.
Oni bear don't give a fuck. Oni bear don't care.
What a mad lad.
As it just
It's like the
then,
honey badger, but he's an Oni bear.
as it just punches it in the head, as now it is added to the initiative.
Thank you, Alistair Hamilton.
It just looks at you bemused. And then it just jumps off. And actually picks Aldane up.
What?
Sets him onto his feet.
Well,
No, projectile paladin.
watch as it actually puts you on above its shoulders for you to stand on.
Well, this is new.
So it's not gonna
And
beat a
it-
motherfucker with another motherfucker.
And it just looks
Can
at the
I ride
dragon.
you?
Presumably letting you ride it.
Well, this is new.
Are you a Yoshi?
As now it's the dragon's turn. And she says, "What the fuck are you?" And the bear just chuckles to itself.
Don't think any of us know.
No one knows what this guy's deal is.
And now I have to get a cone out.
I mean, as
Uh-oh.
long as
Oh
it,
no! Oh no!
As long
I'm
as
in
it
a
keeps-
crossfire.
as long as it keeps helping us, I don't care what it is.
60 foot. Let's see how big this bitch can
Oh. I don't
Oh,
like the
fuck,
size of
fuck.
get. Well,
that.
actually,
Fuck.
it's actually going to move in the air a bit. Dragon.
Please miss, please miss, please miss, please miss.
It's 60 feet. Let's see how big this can get.
I don't think that's gonna miss me.
That's not even 60 feet. I'm just checking.
No, I think
Oh,
we're
no.
fucked.
Oh god.
Seamus, I
way is it
think
gonna
we be
finish?
boned.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But the bone claw isn't here. Or is it? No, it's not. This is 60 feet, or it should be.
Fuck.
I think we be
Thicker than the
boned.
map.
Yeah, there we go. Gucci, now I need to do some positioning.
Doesn't it take an opportunity attack from Rua?
It's
No,
in the
it's
air.
in the air.
Never mind.
So it's basically aiming itself downwards. And it just so it does catch because it can easily catch you.
Mm.
Fuck.
So, right.
Duck.
Aldane, the Oni bear, Seamus and Felix must now make
Dex save.
Dex save.
Please be deck save.
a dexterity save and a constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
Fuck me.
As you see a jet of acid and cold breath.
Oh.
Oh, I did better on the con save at least.
I'm going to
gonna-
use my bardic inspiration on that con save. In hopes. What is it? D8?
Yes. Let
Yeah.
me double check.
I don't have my the inspiration anymore, so I can't do that.
Oh, that's not great.
I'm also going to make a public Oni bear save.
Oh, what's the roll on a painter's in trait?
D8 as well.
I'm
It's
just kidding.
basically.
There's no way. There's.
I mean,
it's
yes, it's
pointless.
very unlikely that even an.
That was the con save.
Ow.
Oh yikes.
And this is going to be the dex save.
Oof.
thankfully, in that one does not mean double damage or anything. So,
What was the save modify? What did we need to pass?
I'm not telling you. All I'll tell you is that Seamus and Felix only passed with their deck saves.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have Aura of Protection, Aldane?
Yeah,
How much? What's the modifier of your charisma?
+4.
Right.
Does it
charisma's
help
a
the
plus
Oni Bear
4.
anything? Do anything?
No.
No.
I
Because
don't
he's the only
think
one
so.
that benefits from it.
So yeah. Right. Just wanted to make sure. Gooey Val. So it's 3D that.
So neither of my saves passed then.
21 cold damage. And 19 acid damage.
I am unconscious.
Now the Oni Bear's angry. So yeah, the dexterity. So the 21. It's the 19 acid damage, so half of 19 for Seamus and Felix. Rounded down.
Would be 9. And then you said 21 cold,
Yeah.
and that was
So-
a Constitution save.
Yeah. Also, I forgot. The Oni Bear just tanks the cold, but doesn't appreciate the acid.
I imagine not.
Seemingly, it is also immune to acid. Aldane, you are unconscious, but you are basically on top of the Oni Bear. Dangling. Daron.
Dyer just watched all of that happen and goes, right, not getting in close range with this. Gets on one knee, takes aim, and fires.
Misses, unfortunately.
And I am going to stay where I am.
Yeah, because you. Alright, Aldane. Death save.
Joy. Oh, thank God.
That's good.
Pass. So now it's finally.
Oh, sorry,
Rude.
I think I cut out for a sec. How much damage did we take from that ice breath?
30.
Yeah.
30?
total for you. Yeah.
Between both
Okay.
the acid and the ice.
Well, I only
30
got...
total.
I passed one of them, didn't I?
Yeah, that's still
Yeah,
30.
it's because you passed it.
Still 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Sounds
was
good.
it was
Thanks.
21 cold and 19 ice. No, that's 20,
Rude,
21
yeah.
cold, 19 acid. Sorry.
But the acid was halved because you passed that save.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Rua gets up with half his movement, so he still has 25 left. And he doesn't have anything because he lost his fucking longbow. What will he do? Let me just check an ability. No. Right. So, he will activate his astral self. Just because, why not? So it covers from, head to above his rib, above the rib cage and everything else there, and then gestures it over as he is going to do the dodge action as his main action. Because he physically cannot do anything to this yet. Felix.
So, I don't like where I am. Hopefully that puts me in less danger. Bonus action, chug a healing potion, which is 2d4 plus 2 if I recall correctly, for a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the chug jug.
chug, 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 chug,
Could be
chug.
better, but I'm on double digits.
So that's your bonus. What about your regular?
None of this makes me too happy, but let's go with another chromatic orb, because why not?
Do it. Hits.
Do it.
What damage type?
Fire again.
Fair.
21 damage.
9 plus 10?
No, 9 plus 12.
Oh, the joke went right over your head.
Okay. Use it that much. He does not appreciate it as he basically smash it right in the eye where you hit the first time. Seamus,
Alright,
your friend is unconscious on top of an Oni bear, don't forget.
I am unconscious right now.
Don't forget you can do cantrips and then healing word if you wanted.
Bet.
Oh, he's gonna Eldritch Blast, isn't he?
Might
Yeah,
as
I was
well.
thinking of shattering again, firing my shatter, but I'll wait on that just because prioritize the health
Okay.
and well-being.
You have to be careful because Aldane would be caught in it because he is very. If you did shatter, it could potentially catch Aldane because of how high up he is.
Yeah, Aldane's in the danger zone.
Well, no, you're not because you're at 7 HP.
Huzzah!
And then
I'm.
you're gonna inspire.
You have
What's
inspiration.
what's the roll on Painter's Inspiration?
D8.
D8. I'm willing
It's
to
basically a
take that chance,
bardic
let's do it.
inspiration, but it can
Out
only
of
be used
character,
melee.
you'll need at least a 5.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking the chance.
Do
It's a
it.
3 out of 8 chance. Fuck.
Nope. Oh, it
Alright.
was actually a 50-50 chance, because if a 5 or higher is half the possible roll, but you failed.
True. Well, let's try another one. Ah! Maybe if I use the Painter's Inspiration on that one.
You never
Oh,
know, though. Sag,
Alright.
would be.
Well, I saved Aldane at least. Not a
Thank
total
you.
loss. And
Oh yeah.
Where
good
did-
game.
that would
Do not
still leave me in the
cluster up together.
crossfire. Yeah.
I will say you can tell it's very visibly winded after using its breath.
Yeah,
So
I
hopefully it won't
just don't
try
doubt that it can do it again.
You would
Just gonna,
know.
like,
Dragons do need to recharge after using the breath.
If they didn't, it would be way too broken of an ability.
yeah. You're right about that.
Right.
Alright, I'm gonna stay right there.
Brody is getting his second win back. 1d10 plus 6. Can't get any worse than that. And then Brody's also going to scatter and just also keep the dodge up because there's nothing he can do with how things are. The Oni bear.
Yeah, our melee fighters are kind of SOL when dealing with the dragon.
The Oni bear actually looks to you, Aldane, and gestures and points with his hand and then looks at you. If you want,
Okay.
you can do an insight check to determine what it wants to do.
If it wants to do the fastball special, I'm not going to say no.
Alright, it grabs you, and because it is enraged, this is an advantage. That is, in fact, oh my god, let me do that again.
Also, I'm glad you instantly recognized that. What I meant by fastball special.
Yeah, as it just throws you up onto the dragon
I feel like fastball special is one of those things that everyone kind of knows.
and just begins to roar and gestures for it to come at it. This is now Ghoul Levi's turn. Seeing you on its back, it actually tries to throw you off as it goes to the ground, tracing more spikes of ice. So now Brody and the Oni Bear have to make dex saves.
Also, this music sounds kind of like Final Fantasy boss music or something.
Brody is impaled.
Ow. Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
And the Oni Bear has to roll. And fails as well. But oh no. Wait. Yeah, he still takes damage, but he takes half. But in total the dragon is dealing 17 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Brody is looking a bit iffy, but the Oni Bear takes it like a champ. And just continues to roar. And then now it goes to try and attack you, Aldane, with its tail. Oh, I forgot you're unconscious, so you lose concentration on Shield of Faith as well.
Yep. I'm still at 20 AC though.
Yeah, still very
does
good.
it have disadvantage because it's trying to get me off of its back with its tail?
I'd say it would struggle to see properly, yeah. Would you like the 27 or the 31?
Jesus.
Okay. I fail to see what difference it makes, so 27, I guess.
You're lucky it only rolled a 9. That still KOs you, doesn't it?
Yep, it still knocks me out. Fucking hell.
Damn it, bro. How many times do I have to pick you up?
It's not my fault I'm being targeted, okay?
And seeing Prody on the floor, goes to make an attack with advantage with its claws. That's good, because that didn't do all of the damage it should. I thought I rolled a crit on Prody. That definitely would have downed him. Prody takes 14 points of damage as the claw just impales him in the stomach. And then it goes again. That hits. As it then just grabs Prody and smashes him into the floor, knocking him unconscious.
Oh no.
Fuck. Well,
And the dragon just begins to laugh and roar. See where your hubris has got you now, mortals! Daron.
I'm just like, fuck. Aim and fire.
Hits.
19.
That's such a shame in the sneak attack, though.
I know.
what's your sneak attack dice, anyways?
3d6.
Fuck.
As you just shoot in the socket that Felix has been basically melted and burnt.
Oh yeah, I used a poison arrow, sorry. I'm gonna just roll a poison dice. That's a 1.
So 20 damage.
Yeah.
20 is still very good.
Yep. This is a
As-
spicy meatball.
It just screams. It's clearly getting to a point where it isn't going to last too much longer. But for now, Aldane, give me a death save.
Boy, oh boy, everyone's favorite part. I'm so glad that my my aura gives me advantage, gives me a bonus to death saves.
Don't you have to be conscious?
This still would have passed anyways. 15.
Rua, now seeing the creature on the floor, runs in. And is going to just wildly attack. With a 22. 14 damage. The dragon does not like that at all. And then he's going to go again. Hit. A 9.
Now I just realized something. I'm unconscious in a very dangerous spot.
Yes, you are.
Why?
I'm directly beneath the dragon.
You're on its back.
Wouldn't it be a shame
Oh,
if
I'm
someone...
You're still on its
Wouldn't
back.
it be,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
wouldn't it be a
it's
shame
still...
if someone cast Hideous Laughter and made it roll on the floor?
Dylan, what the hell, man?
It wouldn't work like that.
But also,
I know,
being
but-
on his back is, not that much better from being under it.
But now, Rua will spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows. Hits. And again. Hits. As he basically just starts punching it right in the face.
That's
with
40
the arm.
damage
Oh, I thought you were
overall.
gonna say in the dick.
No.
That's 40 damage.
Yeah. And then Rua loses that. And for Rua's troubles, now he's going to get legendary actions.
Great.
In fact, so is Prody and the Oni Bear, because it does its wing beat. So now they have to make dex save. Prody immediately fails.
Oh, that's not good.
Rua just passes. Now I'm going to have to do 2 failed death saves for Prody because he got hit.
Oh no, buddy.
He could actually die in this fight. And the Oni
Seamus,
Bear,
prioritize healing Brody over me.
leave it to him. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
But do I really, though?
You should.
I mean, to be fair, I'd be panicking in this situation.
Yeah, y'all forget
Only-
I'm still new at this game.
The Oni Bear fails. And then the damage is, where is it now? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. 11 points of damage. Rua passing it means it is only 5. And the Oni Bear is resistant to bludgeoning damage. And yeah, so he also only takes 5.
I'm so fucking glad we did not have to fight the Oni Bear way back.
And now the dragon is a few feet in the air. Felix.
I'm gonna chug another healing potion.
Chug jug.
I might survive if it gets a bad roll on its damage, if it happens to target me again. But I'm going to roll, or cast another chromatic orb.
Mm-hmm.
How many chromatic orbs do you have,
Yeah!
man? Holy cow. Fuck.
It's not a crit though.
A 19's still good.
Actually, someone could give me inspiration if they wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has it? Does anyone have it though?
Yes.
Do you?
I do.
Who wants to give it
Yeah.
him?
I'll give
I
it to
still have
him.
inspiration.
Alright,
Or-
Felix,
okay.
that's the crit.
Hooray! Fire damage again. So that's 9,
That is 40. That's 40.
Wow, okay, I'm gonna get crushed by this dragon.
So you actually shoot
This
it
dragon is gonna
through the
kill me.
face. You shoot it through the same bit in its face, and it actually goes through its head.
Ooh. Why do you... I just look at my paintbrush. Why do you keep aiming there?
You shoot it right through its head, and you actually see it as just viscous, acidic tar is now on the floor. The point now where around, and I'm going to do a box. Everywhere here is considered difficult terrain and will deal acid damage if you stand in that square.
Still looking at his paintbrush. It's like you want us to die. Why?
Yeah, so that's its turn. Is that your turn? Sorry, I don't
Yes.
know. I think it's turn.
Yeah.
That paintbrush is the objectification of Felix's suicidal thoughts.
Seamus.
Alright. I'm a firing my healing word
On who?
for Prody.
Do it. Dab him up, boy.
Damn it, not as much.
Well, Proteus on it gets another turn right after this, so.
That's also my last. That's also my last first level spell slot. So
What else are you doing?
Godspeed. Firing my blast.
That misses,
That doesn't hit.
unfortunately.
That doesn't hit either.
So the dragon looks to you hearing the voice, and then as it turns, you basically shoot through the hole that Felix made.
I missed, but I didn't.
You shoot through the perfect angle. And yeah, the dragon just looks at you with one eye.
Well, that's
And-
just not fair.
Brody gets up and actually starts crawling away. Just say no, 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 no. What you can presume it is in Orcish.
I don't blame him.
And he's just going to stand here and cast one last fuck you in where is it?
Please tell me it's burning hands.
Yeah, he's burning hands in it.
Yes. I love that move.
It's a good spell, honestly. Like,
Oh, that barely
That
misses
makes
me.
Prody knows what he's doing. There's a reason why I called him Prody, because this is short for prodigious.
Oh.
Ah, clever.
I was literally watching Digimon, and because Izzy says it so much, that's why I came up with it. Because the whole point is the orcs in Prody's camp are named after exclamations.
Atsu,
Like-
yeah.
Oh, Gadzooks! You should hear what the shaman's actually called. Oh,
Is it Zounds? Or Zoinks? Or Jinkies?
I mean, you'll have to ask her if you live.
It's fuck.
Anyway,
Fred says fuck.
9 points of damage isn't great.
Fair nothing.
The dragon now must make a dex save. Actually fails.
Yay.
And even actually, you notice it actually burns up a legendary resistance using it. So it only takes
Well,
half
that means
that.
it's close to dying.
The Oni bear looks around and will no, why does it need to look? It's just gonna punt. It's pissed off. That hit. Min damage.
Oh yeah, to see it.
But again,
Not much
Slightly
better
better.
than min damage.
so he's just punching it over and over and over, and the dragon's just looking straight at Felix.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It doesn't. It still takes the damage and doesn't like it. But yeah, the dragon then begins to move,
This may be the end, boys.
taking Galdane with it.
Felix was fun, but
As the dragon lunges in, Rue and the Oni Bear do get attacks of opportunity. The Oni Bear first misses as he nearly falls face first into the acid. And Rua misses.
Fuck.
And the dragon begins to rear up its claw and goes for an attack on Felix. 25,
Oh, that hits.
17 slashing damage.
I'm gonna burn my reaction to negate all of that. Because fuck you.
So you basically dip the brush into the ice wall around you and swing it round as like a shield, and it just takes the hit. So you negate all of that?
Yeah.
Now here's its second
Yeah, I'm
attack.
gonna die in its second attack, but you know, I at least negated one.
What's your AC?
17.
Actually misses.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Orange. Jesus. Oh, Jeebus, thank you.
As you just slide under the claw, adrenaline pumping through. But then there's the tail.
Oh, of course there is.
As it just, like, 360 tails you. And...
Does it hit though?
I'll ask. Mill, does a 25 hit?
25 hits.
For 9
Ow.
damage.
9 damage is takeable. I can survive 9 damage.
It rolled a 1 and a 2. And it does 2d8
I'm not
damage.
complaining.
It does 2d8 damage before mods.
I'm very happy with 9 damage. I can survive that.
As it just smashes you into the wall and the dragon actually looks confused, expecting you to be unconscious. Darren,
Darren, help!
Darren actually says, Darren, before you make your turn, Rue actually looks at you and says, "Do you have a healing potion?"
Nope.
Okay. Right.
I do!
I'm just gonna. Oh god. Oh god. Oh
Shoot.
god.
Shooter!
Aim and fire.
Shooter! That hits.
Okay.
Oh, I got so worried when that
With the
13
poison.
nearly rolled on a 1.
With the poison arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
23
God.
points of
You
damage.
keep rolling 1s on that sneak.
And 1 on the poison.
So you shoot the dragon, and you shoot it right in the neck, and it just coughs and screams. It looks like it's on its last legs.
Go down!
Aldane.
Oh. Oh
So
boy.
as you feel the cold embrace of death, something takes over you. And you hear a very familiar voice. And it just says, "Come on, Aldane. Don't fail me now. I don't want to have made a bad choice, and I don't like being disappointed." And you wake up.
Oh. With 1 hit point, I assume.
Yes. Not only that, but you also hear a voice just saying, "If you were to smite this creature, it would do extra damage. Now do it. Make this thing feel the pain of cold for the first time in its life."
Oh
That hits.
shit, that barely hits.
That hits.
And I am going to add a Divine Smite onto that one.
What level?
At 2nd level.
So this is... So, because it's considered undead, you get to roll an extra d8.
So 3d8.
No, because you're doing level 2. So it's for it being extra d8.
Oh,
So,
That's still 18 damage total.
what happens is as Aldane is waking up, the Oni Bear runs in as it's about to bite Felix, the Oni bear pulls Felix away. For then, basically, as it's struggling, and Aldane is waking up, Prody runs in and basically jams his sword into one of its back claws. Daron then fires an arrow into the remaining eye, blinding it in both eyes, for then Felix to fire a fireball, exploding the arrow from within. Rua then basically, all of his astral self basically dismantles to form one giant fist, which he then just punches the dragon under it in an uppercut, where you think its groin might be, lifting it off the ground, for then Seamus to blast it down into the floor of a shatter.
Yup.
Then, Aldane, you wake up. Ice forms around your body, and everyone sees the aura of a white saber-toothed tiger. As Aldane brings his sword up, both hands, plunges it into the dragon's skull, and the dragon just stays there still, and there's an eerie silence. As all of the wounds you've done explode into crystals of ice that then explode themselves into beautiful white blasts as the dragon is effectively rendered into atoms. Congratulations, fellas.
Yay!
Oh,
I think
thank God.
Dyer just sits down like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, real quick, can I roll a death save to see if I would have passed?
No,
Nope.
you would not have.
If that was a nat 20, that would have been the biggest Chad move ever.
Oh no, I was
What?
I was thinking that as well. Jesus Christ.
And as the dragon begins to fade away, you watch as Aldane, as you're the only one who notices it, your sword begins to seemingly change and warp and mutate, and takes on a very cold and just dull grey appearance, as it is now just a single handle. And then you actually hear a shaking and shuddering as the way you came in seemingly has light going through it.
Felix is sat on the
Ellie?
ground with his back to the eyes, just like, I stared death in the face.
The Oni
Yeah.
bear actually
My
looks
sword
at
and
you.
walk over to help him up.
Rue does the same with Prody and like checks on him. Yep. And there's just this coldness to the air, as it feels like the oppressiveness has vanished.
Felix turns to the Oni Bear. You saved me again, Alistair Hamilton, thank you.
It just frowns at you and shakes its head.
I don't think that's the dude's name.
And just nods and then walks off. Just like fucking Giga Chad struts out.
Well then, I hope the next time we see him will not be in dire circumstances.
You say that like we want to see him again.
I think we need to leave. We can't do
should
this now,
probably-
really.
Yeah, let's go.
If we'll return back the way we came, there's that cave Aldane and Darren and I were at with that dire troll.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll rest there.
And as you all walk out, Aldane, your arms begin to tingle, and you hear a voice, the same voice from the Biako, just say, "Excellent work, my champion. I knew I was right picking you. You did me proud." Ugh. Sounds like it's disgusted saying that.
Thank you. I think.
It's fine. And yeah. as you all walk out.
Can I wait for Aldane?
That's fine.
You okay?
Just stared death in the face a few times. No big deal.
Are you okay?
Not right now, but I will be.
Okay. Let me know if you want to talk about it.
Of course. But let's get out of here first. We need to rest.
Agreed.
So, as you all pass the boundary together, just give me a brief moment, as I need to get rid of that. Copy paste you lovely gentle warriors there. Bring this fella in. Oh my god.
Swear to
Something
God,
like
if that bone claw is waiting for us out there.
Well, as you do, as you get out, you find the cold embrace of the clearing you are at, as I bring you to the map. You see the ancient white dragon now armless, legless, on the floor, in a similar, in a not too different position from what you saw in the dreams you've had. And it just is staring at the sky. It's a very beautiful sky today. It's actually very clear for the first time you've seen since you've gotten here.
I nudge Aldane. Talk to it.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Indeed. I'm glad I moved to here after I ran away from the Frostfang Mountains. My sincerest, utmost apologies for what I have done, for the pain and fear I have caused.
I don't entirely blame you. It's
This is not your fault.
quite an awful thing to lose that which you love.
I wanted to prove I was better, that white dragons could no longer be feared, that we would no longer be animals, but we could be better. And alas, I fell to my baser urges. I took the easy out, after having fought and crawled and begged at times for the harder options, so that I could earn what I had gotten. What are all your names, by the way?
I am Aldane Seonadel.
I'm
Direct-
Seamus.
Dyron Gale or Rayura Mystery.
And you? And he looks to you, Seamus?
I mean-
As he looks to you, Seamus, you actually see a softness in its eyes. What is your name, musician?
Seamus.
And then he looks to you, Felix.
Felixus Ferris.
And then he looks to the orc, and of course he just says, Prody. And then he looks to the last one, and just says, I'm Rua Evray, grandson to Akrua, or Aster Forest as you knew him. And the dragon just nods. It is strange. I am very likely the last of the ancient white dragons, and it fills me with sadness. If you do find any more of my children that have been corrupted by them people, continue what you are doing and give them a merciful end.
We will do what we can.
Of course.
Thank you. That means more than you will ever know. This is weird. This might be the first time in my life I've ever started to just breathe. And your life has been nothing but running away and forcing yourself to be something else. It's hard to truly feel free. I feel as if my rage has finally been quelled, and I must thank you dearly for that, from the bottom of my heart. And as it speaks, you actually watch from its limbs, its body begins to turn to stone, just like with Flora. Perhaps in another life, I would allow you to ride on my back, and you could experience the joys of flying through the sky. As he looks at you all with a forlorn smile, you see a tear rolling down. Please, I beg of you, save the others from this fate, the ones who've been turned into what I have. Do not let that thing continue.
We won't.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Rest.
I will. I am very tired. And it just rests its head on the floor as the final bit of it is turned to stone, and it just fades away into ash. And from its body, you see a small tree sapling sprouted.
Sleep well, Great Dragon.
And there's just a almost sad wind in the air.
I think Dyron just looks out, like, kind of just puts their hand on Isolation's hilt, lets out a breath, and walks away.
You do actually feel a sad pang, and as you do walk away, in the distance, you see a very familiar sight there on the sight of a young girl as she looks at you and gives you a nod in approval. You know exactly who it is.
You down. Look at
she
them
ju-
all.
And she just replies wordlessly, 4 more to go.
I nod and I just walk past her.
Wait, I meant to say 5 more to go, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just I just nod and walk past.
Do you all follow Daron to the cave to rest?
Mm-hmm.
As you walk back, things feel oddly serene for the first time since you've been here. It's hard to really imagine why this place would be called the Forbidden Ice like this. It's going to bring you to the world map. There we go. And as you are walking back, Aldane, you hear a voice in your head as it just says, "Are you all okay?" Saw a giant white beam of light in the sky. What happened?
I respond, Salute, put dragon to rest. Acquired a Dracolich piece. Going to rest now. Everyone survived.
Yeah. Now, I would say you could get a long rest if you wanted.
Thank God.
So is
That's
is Aldane's sword the
You all notice Aldane seems to be swordless. The only thing he has left is a handle, seemingly similar to Isolation. Unlike Isolation, where it was basically a dragon's head with a green eye, this time it is the hand of a dragon, and basically, like, the actual guard itself is like a dragon, and basically from the middle of it is what would be a weapon coming out of it. But nothing has happened yet from it. But you do notice
there is
you
no
do notice
blade.
you do notice the claws from it are blue. Very distinctive. So, what are the watch orders?
Felix is resting first.
Right,
Aldane will watch first.
we will take the first watch then.
I was gonna take the first watch because I didn't get hit at all.
I mean,
Okay, yeah.
you and Rua can share. Because Rua can trance as well, so he can go after he can trance when Felix finishes. So Rua and Darren.
I'll take my watch later just so I can get that full long rest in first.
Yeah, I think Aldane will actually take last watch.
Brody will go after Darren then. So who's going with Felix then?
Brody, I
Well,
guess.
Brody's already doing second watch with Rura, so he would have to be after Brody and
So,
Rua then.
so Seamus.
Seamus can take that watch, and Aldane can take the watch afterwards.
So, alright then. Is this acceptable? I didn't mean to do that underscore. I don't know why that's there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So, Rua and Daron first. Again, give me perception checks. Well, I check. Rua will do the same. Where are you now? Perception. So, between you and Rua, Darren, it's just quiet. Just peaceful for once.
You okay, Rua?
No. I mean, we're alive, but I don't feel okay. I mean, it's the first time I've had to see anything like that.
Yeah.
I just feel angry, really. Angry
Yep.
that this has been allowed to happen. And that smug prick has seemingly caused this. That brother, I guess.
Yeah. We've been getting hints and pieces, and it'll be interesting once we have the full story.
Well, next is Tenoyama and Black Rain, or if you want to get a boat, Pahala, Bovetman, or Siltanok.
Question: Did we, out of character, did we retrieve the piece from the dragon?
It became Aldane's one-handed weapon that he's got.
That's
He
right.
seemingly
Yeah.
absorbed it.
Nice.
So Rua just says, well, if we wanted to try and find the Black Rain weapon, we could do it at the same time as we do that inquiry into the Ebon's Wing cult thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Try and kill two birds with one stone, and hey, even if it is too strong, we then know where it is, and we can come back later.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's my suggestion. Unless you want to
Yeah.
try and find some leads in Tenoyama, but from what I know, that's the apart from Siltanok, that's the hardest one to find.
Yeah. We need to focus our efforts on the ones we know of. At least that makes the most sense to me.
Well, regardless, I think we all need a break. Although, I'm not really getting a break, I have to attend to kingly duties. Well,
Yeah,
some of you have been sleeping, I've been dealing with sending messages, telling people what to do, while basically I process it through Guy and some of the other mages.
To be fair, I feel like you asked for it a little bit.
I mean, I didn't want to be king. I wanted my parents to have another kid so I could be an adventurer.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, I have to deal with the fact that I don't even know where my parents are. I don't even know if they're dead or even if they've been turned into one of these Teresk abominations.
Let's not think about that for now.
It's hard not to. I mean, what if I have to kill my own parents?
Yeah. Not.
What if my dad has to kill his... What if my granddad has to kill his own son?
Yeah, it's not great.
But hey, let's... Like you said, there's no point in thinking about it right now.
We can only do what we can.
Yeah. Unless you want to have anything else to say, we'll do the next watches.
I just, before we go to bed, I just kind of, before I head off to bed, I'll just pat, like put my hand on his shoulder, just like nod and go to bed.
Have a good rest.
You too.
And now it's Prody and Rua. Prody did very bad. Wow, Rua hard carried that. So they talk, presumably, you don't know. And then Felix and Seamus, you are both woken up.
Time for perception.
Yeah. Roll it, losers.
Shit.
Ah, dang. So, I'll leave it up to you for why Seamus and Felix are probably not really focusing. Thankfully, there's only one way through the cave that you're in, so you'd notice something coming. Yeah, you have the floor to chat.
So, we survived.
That we did. I'm still a little shocked that it didn't kill me.
Yeah, same here. So when do you think we're gonna get our Dracolich pieces?
I think the bigger question is, there's 7 pieces, but there's 4 of us.
Some of us might have to double up, maybe?
Well, 3 of us will have to double up, but who's the odd one out?
Whoever doesn't want that much curse, I guess. I guess that's a bridge we'll have to cross once we get there.
I mean, what this really shows is we have to be even more prepared for these things. We can't go in blindly. We got lucky that the Oni bear just kept appearing and frog splashing on the on the dragon.
The homie bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, the homie bear.
We probably aren't gonna get...
Oh my fuck, we killed a dragon! Like, and it just like suddenly all hits Seamus that like, wow, we just fucking killed a dragon.
In for you two, dragons are a very big cultural icon.
Yeah.
It's like,
so it's like my feelings are very conflicted on this matter. Cause it's just like, oh my god, we just killed a dragon, but oh my god, we just killed a dragon. So Seamus is freaking out a little bit.
Felix is outwardly calm, but inside his mind is racing because he's also like inspired.
Yeah. Oh, and Seamus is kind of going off like, oh man, I have so many songs I want to write about this. This could go into an entire feature length album, everything.
So yeah,
Just like
that's why
spewing
Felix
nonsense.
and Seamus are distracted.
You both found the
Yeah.
muse. He's too busy geeking out because you're both creatives. One of you's got the music and the other one can draw the album art.
Yes, that'd be sick.
It's gonna get
Fucking,
to
fucking
get-
musicians.
it's gonna get to Electrum at best. Unfortunately, though, tough crowd. Yeah. So as you both talk, I'm gonna change the music as I'm gonna do something a bit different. As Dane, you wake up and basically find yourself in a black abyss with the only thing you can properly see is a white, featureless figure standing before you. And then the platform below is basically a representation of you as you see yourself asleep with various things around you. One corner has a section for your mother and sister and Oriana. Another side has your travelling companions with Rua, Seamus, Daron, Felix, Prody, and probably some others. And then you see a white tiger at the very bottom, curled up asleep.
Well, this is new.
You who have claimed the claw of the dragon. Why do you want power?
Protect those who lack it.
I nod. And what would you do if someone was to enrage you, goad you into being angry, and you had to kill them? What would you do?
Calm myself, clear my mind, and then engage.
But what if you could wield that anger as a weapon? Use it to protect your friends if you gave into it?
Rage is a double-edged sword. But if I must use it, I will.
It nods. As it sweeps its arms out, you see a vague silhouette of all of the various weapons you can wield as a paladin. Choose which you would rather wield so that the weapon can take shape. But choose wisely.
I've always been fond of the longsword.
So you walk over to the longsword. And as you touch it, the weapon forms, just like before with the handle, but this time, out comes a serrated blade that looks just like the dragon, this claw that you've from, Ghoul with Eye. And you hear a word pop into your head. And this is the word you hear. I will DM it to you.
Fascinating.
And as you hold it, your arms begin to tingle. And your fingernails especially feel like they're vibrating, but there's nothing wrong with them. And from inside, you feel something welling up like a heat. Like that feeling whenever you are about to get angry, but you're trying to stop yourself. With blade in hand, you can channel a rage, just like a barbarian might.
Ooh, bonus power.
Channel an anger that will make even dragons quiver before you. Now rise, Aldain Cyanadel, champion of the Biako. And your eyes burst wide open as Felix or Seamus would have woken you up for your turn on the shift. And the two of you would notice Aldain is holding his weapon that is seemingly out now.
Hmm.
Why did you put
Outrage,
holes in
huh?
your longsword?
What do you
I
mean?
didn't. It came like this.
What do you mean, Felix?
The,
Oh, Mel.
the serrated edge?
Well, basically, like, you know, like a pronged sword? It's sort of like that, if you get what I mean.
Pronged sword?
Like, let me think of a good description that I can find.
I thought you were talking about the serrated blade.
It is, but the prongs are more like serrated edges. Like, I'll find an image. That's sort of a good way to describe it. So, think of like the claw of a dragon, but then there's like edges coming off it that are like spiked. If you remember the sword the shark guy Kisame from Naruto has,
Oh.
it's sort of like that but pointed outwards.
Oh, I see.
Try and find a good image. But yeah. Almost like a saw blade, in a way. It definitely looks like a weapon used to maim someone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
It's single-edged, but even the other side of the blade, like the quote-unquote flat edge, is just as serrated. Like, I'll post it in the general chat. So the blade is sort of something like that I've posted, but the blades are more pointed downwards, so they genuinely will rip through, you know, anything.
Mm.
And yeah, the guard would be like a dragon's claw, and from the middle of the claw, like what would be the back of the hand, is where the blade comes out of.
This blade looks like it's going to be a piece of work.
Right. So now it is Felix and Aldain's watch. Perception me up.
Yeah.
And Aldain.
There it is.
Right. So now you both have a chance to talk.
Well, that was certainly a time.
Mm. I'm not sure if we should go after another piece unless we're better prepared.
Hmm.
I said this to Seamus, but we got lucky that the Oni Bear was there to help us out,
Yeah.
and that Byako keeps
As it
carrying you
is.
through fights.
I feel like that's a bit unfair to me, but okay.
I completely agree with what he said, as you both hear and see the image of a white tiger made of snow. And he just looks between you two. It's quite big. And he just nods with Felix and points at him and says, yeah, he's got a point. But from here on, I don't intend to help yous. It's only because this was the home of my birth. So I still have some ties to here. You get it?
I suppose that's fair. I
Also,
wasn't
nice.
planning to ask for more help anyways, but
Good I weren't giving it you. Also, hello. I believe you're the guy chosen by the turtle, right?
Yes, Mr. White Tiger, sir.
The Byako's fine. Whatever. I really don't care. So, you both killed a dragon. How does that feel?
Conflicting.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not the first one you'll probably have to kill. I mean, hey, if the Dracolich does form, it's your second one at least by then. And that one won't be as stupid or angry. It'll be smart and powerful. It'll be fun
Yes,
to
which
watch.
is
As the thing just grins.
But fingers
But hey,
crossed we're going to stop the Dracolich from forming.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? It's up to you and how competent you are, ain't it?
indeed.
But hey, good thing you're a champion. Else that sword might have already taken over. Can't imagine how that poor sap in Bovetment's dealing with.
I was gonna ask if you knew anything about how that was going.
Fuck no. I don't like going to that place. It's shit. Besides, it's not my domain. And even then, I'm not even really it does in like, it shakes its paws as if to try and make quotations. It's not really my domain anyway, this place. It's more the Suzaku's deal. You get me? The rest of us are merely just sort of her retainers, I guess you could say. Or at least that's what we're supposed to be, but as if I'd take that lying down if I could.
Why would you lie down? Wouldn't it be better to take it while you were standing?
It's a figure of speech, you idiots. What I'm trying to say is, if I could choose to not be in that situation, I would have. Instead, I'd be the god of the skies.
But tigers can't fly.
Say soon.
Nature.
You just saw a big creature that shouldn't fly due to how, everything works. You see creatures that can breathe fire for fun. I mean, hey, you can just cast balls of energy that just hurt people.
Actually, I paint the balls.
You still create them. And that's still not something that normal people can do. If I wanted to make a pair of wings sprout from my back, I could. And I have once. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just here to let you know that things should be more peaceful for you as you try and leave. That dragon was causing most of the effort. And hey, you've managed to create an Emperor's Ring for your trouble. That's pretty swell. Either Nature or Arcana proficient can do that. Which, for the people who are awake anyway.
They're the exact same stat, so...
Mm.
Whichever one you're proficient with, I want to do for whichever one you'd prefer to do.
Come on, I clicked Arcana. Where is it? It's not working. It's done twice, of course it did. Oh, I got the better
There we
roll the
go.
first
Oh,
time.
hit it twice.
20. So, from what you know of an Emperor's Ring, it's seemingly when the world itself takes notice about something monumental going to happen between two powerful forces. Usually, if one side manages to suddenly be greatly stronger, the Emperor's Ring will leave, as if the world is seemingly no longer interested. Usually, when one forms, great things will happen. And the Emperor's Ring is signified by dark storm clouds where there is no storm. And if you remember, that seemingly matches up with what happened when you fought the Black Knight as well.
Okay.
It's pretty much like the world is basically saying, yes, this is like the big shit that's about to happen. But yeah, you know, if you're strong enough that that can form, you're doing pretty well for yourselves.
Any hints on when we might be heading to the temples?
No.
Fair enough.
Remember, Felix, gods like to be cryptic.
No, if it was up to me, I'd already have you come. I'm bored.
Oh.
Want some fun. But it's up to the Suzaku. At the moment, she doesn't believe that you're worthy enough to handle what happens. And also, she doesn't believe that you're capable of achieving the revelations you need, as it takes a lot of introspection.
Joy.
It requires you to look at yourself at the past, present, and future, and evaluate everything you are and ever will be. Then, you have to go for the reforging process. In my case, Dane here will be encased in ice, as basically the permafrost freezes his body to the point where he'll be frostbitten from head to toe. And if he dies, well, then nothing happens, he's dead. But if he lives, he'd be reborn into something greater. In his case, he just gestures to Seamus. He'll be burnt alive, even from his eyeballs. Even his own breath will be flame.
You know, I'm kind of glad I'm getting
Excuse
the
me?
ice.
Him, them, even, just gestures to Dayron, they'll be electrocuted. And in your case,
Was he going to be buried alive or something?
what was your name? Phalanx?
Felix.
Ah, Felix, yeah. You'll be crushed under the ocean pressure.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, if you survive, well, then you get great power. And if you don't, well, not even your soul will remain. You'll fade into non-existence.
What'll happen to the Dracolich pieces?
One of you guys can take it over. That's if you're not done by then. Who knows? It could be today, in like 2 hours. It could be tomorrow, when the Suzaku decides. It could be like 10 years from now. As long as I get to watch engaging fights, I don't really care. But hey, chin up, lads. You're doing pretty well. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have a walk round. Because It's weird not being in a physical body. I mean, I can't feel anything. I can't taste anything, but you get the idea. And it just starts walking off to the outside.
Do you think I'd be allowed to cast water breathing during my trial, Aldane?
No! You say from the voice outside.
I was about to say, I don't think so.
Any cheating is strictly forbidden.
It was worth asking.
Yes, it was, but unfortunately, would not pan out.
So where do you think we should go next? After we've had a rest in Centralis.
We will regroup and figure that out. I don't want to make any snap judgments. But maybe we can visit Tenoyama next.
I feel like we should go to Bovedman sooner rather than later.
To investigate the piece that was already claimed, right?
Yeah. I mean, in that I agree with the Byako. What a poor sod who took possession of that.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't fuck him over or anything. Or her. Or them.
Meanwhile, the one-shot club Pisces is having to punch Pelios to death. It's been corrupt.
I would hope not.
I mean, I just imagine it like the ending of Shaun of the Dead, where they have the zombie Ed just locked up in the shed.
Oh no. I mean, I know what'll happen as a GM.
Just like Pelias is just chained up as the others just like. So, do we keep feeding him or what?
Jubilee's just like, when was the last time you hit on me?
Last Tuesday.
Ah, Tuesday then. I need him for target practice.
Hello, guys.
Anyway,
I assume our watch ends not long after that.
and you are all awake, rested, with resources regained.
I
River is no longer exhausted. Prody has his slots back.
I still have
Dice
7 bottles of ink
retained.
to use up.
I'm sure I'll find ways to make you use that before you even get back to the country.
Oh boy.
These are
Aha,
the
you
7
meet the
spares. I've still got 10
You meet-
full magic ink bottles.
You meet the rocks, mate. Aha. Female sexual dimorphism means it's even bigger than gargantuan. No. I wish.
When you said rocks, mate, I thought you meant friend, and therefore I was thinking about Mick Foley.
Yeah, he just comes in. Tag team you.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It's terrible.
yeah.
His people's elbow lands right on the crotch.
That's not just Rua then? I assume you would have told each other what had happened as you got ready. Like, told each other your points of view.
Yeah, probably.
In fact, when you actually bring up the rock, Rua actually mentions my granddad actually helped a rock once.
Was its name Dwayne?
I don't know, but the wildcards fought it, and my granddad, having deliberately made sure it wasn't dead, fed it some food and made sure it was healed before it was sent off. I hope it wasn't the same one.
Well, we didn't do that. We left it to sink into some water.
It's fine. I mean, it's not your fault.
Especially not my fault. I was on a cliff. I couldn't do anything.
Right. So as you make your way out, you exit the cave, and then now you're left with the question: where the fuck even are you in relation to the exit?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Does anyone have a spell we can use as a signal? Says Brody.
Firebolt could go 120 feet in the air.
Yeah, but it's not big. Also, I forgot, Jack, would Aldane have attuned to the weapon?
Yeah, he would have
I-
been returning to it.
So for now, you can still use your +1 longsword, but you'll need to get it identified to know what it can do.
Are you gonna give me the info that I need to know to?
When it's identified, yeah.
I mean, I've got identify
What do
as
you
a
want to do?
spell.
Who does?
I do.
Oh, alright then, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna post this in the general chat then.
Fuck it, I'll use a spell slot on that. It's the first time I've gotten to fucking use it.
And there you go.
Okay, we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Interesting. It's still acid damage
Hmm.
and not cold damage.
No, but it does give resistance to cold damage under certain circumstances. Oh, Christmas checks with dragons are made with disadvantage.
Yep,
Fun.
same as isolation.
Fun stuff. Well, I'll be right back.
Alright. Is there a D&D equivalent to a Balrog?
What do you mean?
Like, is there a D&D creature that is similar, if not the same, to a Lord of the Rings Balrog?
Probably. God, a Balor, probably. Hold on, no, you just.
You know, I'd love to check 5e tools, but it is being spotty on which pages work.
Yeah. Yeah, Balor Demon. Hold on. They're high level abyssal monsters. CR-19.
Looks pretty Balroggy.
Yeah, they're as close as I can think of. That's like a
Yeah.
Balrog. Yeah, they fight for the demons, which are distinct from, I think.
Again, just curious because of my recent Lord of the Rings rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Read a lot about Balrogs.
yeah, yeah. Balrogs are great.
Because hey, I just thought they were random fire demons before. No, they are so much worse.
Yeah, they're just like, oh hey, they got a whole lineage and lore.
I mean, the one that they found in Moria literally just sort of, I think, found itself there and was just like, oh hey, a lot of orcs around here. Cool, I'm gonna rule this then. Oh wait, the dwarves are poking me. Time to get rid of them.
Yeah, right.
Also, didn't realize how fucking valuable that mithril shirt that Frodo and Bilbo had was.
Oh, it's very valuable. It's like comedic.
To the point where, like, it makes sense that Bilbo only took that and a chest of treasure from the Troll's Cave, because that probably does make up 1/14th share or whatever it was
Yeah.
of that entire treasure pile that was in Erebor.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just some stuff was going on.
It's alright.
No worries.
Yeah, that's the weapon, the outrage.
I was telling Mill, I thought it would do ice damage, not cold damage.
I
Not
think.
poisoned.
All right. Well, poison was more just for that. Acid even, but yeah, like, like acid is consistent because it's from a black dragon.
Right. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is everyone here?
I don't think so.
It's all good.
Just out of curiosity, what are the odds that we ever encounter a Balor or Balor?
No clue. Honestly, I've not really thought much about fiends. It's been a lot of other stuff like, this Dracolich, Tarask, dragons, and other sorts. It's not that there isn't a place for fiends, it's just like, right now there isn't.
Yeah. Just curious, because part of me really, really wants to quote Gandalf.
I mean,
In a
a
session.
Balor at least is going to be a while, because that's too strong.
I know.
Oh, what the
I mean,
fuck?
a nerfed ancient white dragon with some tools was a whole thing.
We were very lucky none of us died. Especially
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah,
Brody.
Jack,
Yeah,
Jack, what do you think of your weapon?
pretty neat. I'll have to put in this information at some point.
It's got a hefty downside though, but hey.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to tap into that Fury mode all that often unless I'm desperate.
Yeah, Jack just holding out his sword. I just think this is neat.
I mean, hey, what do you call it? I will say as well, probably should have put it in, but if you're already at half HP, you immediately have to make the save. But
Oh,
once you've
if
done it,
I'm already
well,
below half and I want to trigger the thing.
if you pass it, then you don't have to make the save again.
That's good.
I should add that as well. I'll sort it out at the end of the session.
Hmm.
To be honest, though, I will say we're probably gonna not do too long, just because it'll be ages to get back. But it'll be at least the start of getting back. Probably
Right.
leaving the country at least. I'll see.
Is everyone back, or are we still waiting for Dylan?
I think we're still waiting for Dylan.
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, real. Alright, so yeah. So you all find out that is the ability of the weapon through identify. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Rua doesn't look pleased upon hearing what the weapon can do, but he's not making a big deal of it. I mean, hey, let's. He does say actually. I mean, at least at least it's someone good-hearted that's got the weapon, as he nudges you, Aldane.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, as you make your way out, again, the cave is still the area is still very serene. It does look like since you've woken up, it is like very early morning, like 6 o'clock.
We should probably start traveling out of the ice.
If you with the position with the position of the sun, you can tell where east is, especially since the sky is clear,
Mm-hmm.
or at least
Mhm.
it's not got too much clouds. So you could feasibly find where you are. You could easily find where where you can tell where south is, and then make your way along to find the entrance, or at
Mhm.
least get out of the Forbidden Heights.
So I assume we do that and start moving.
Yes, I'd say so.
So I'm just gonna do some behind the scenes checkings, because I know roughly in location where you are. So it'll take about right. So I'm gonna have to ask for someone to do. Actually, no. Jack, give me a D100.
Okay.
Just because you have your new fancy schmancy sword. So
Neat.
nothing happens as you walk along. It does, however, take you a day to actually even find the exit to where you were at the Forbidden Ice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me actually find that map. It's been a hot minute since we've used that map. Let me bring you on it. And yeah, I've only put you in. It's only put you in there just because that's where you were when you actually came into the place the 1st time. I assume it's probably more something akin to like this formation. Oh. I mean, it's fine either way. It has been actually very clear. You've not been bothered by anything.
Mm-hmm.
The different guards this time, it is two different people who are waiting outside. One of them is, in fact, a bugbear, and one of them loud car.
Mm.
And one of them is, in fact, an earth genasi. And they both just like look at you and send at attention saluting, and they just say, "Oh, it's are you the group that went into the Forbidden Ice a while ago?
Yup.
Yep.
It's good to see you're alive again."
How long has it been, if you don't mind us asking?
Good question. It's been about, and you see the
Mm.
bugbear counting on their fingers, and you watch them count one from their pinky, then they count the ring finger, then they add the middle finger, then they go to the index finger, and then they count the thumb, and then they start counting on the second hand.
Mm.
It's been nearly 8 days.
Okay. Not as bad as I thought, but still.
Also, we saw a giant pillar of white in the sky.
Yeah,
Should
that
we
was
be
us.
concerned?
Nope.
Oh, right. Okay then. Uh, Fair enough, I guess. Just to let you know, it is soon to be. It is what was I going to say? It is the month of Ezra now, the 10th month of the year. The exact date is the 3rd. So hey, I mean, not really. I mean, hey, hopefully you might end up missing Ezra's Day and the Harrowing, so you won't have to deal with all that miserableness. But yeah, and the bugbear who's speaking just looks quite like, you know,
Mm.
because it unfortunately the 10th month Ezra isn't the most appreciated month. A lot of people do just try and get through it and not really talk about what happens on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing you just leave then, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as you make your way and leave, bring you back to the world map. Bloody fly in my room, it won't leave me alone. I'm just gonna have to do some measuring again to measure where you would go. And that's if you were to take the same route you did last time. Bring the ruler, so I believe it was something like this. And that's provided the, the thing is still there. What do you call it? The fucking bridge. Although you were told it would be taken down. It's about 300 miles to the Orc camp. Would take you. Bloody hell. It would take you 12 days to get to the Bloodblade Orc camp. Because you will have to see Prody off.
Mhm.
And then if you were to get back on the road, and pretty much, actually, I'm going to have to zoom in just because there's a lot of awkwardness. If you were to zoom in, not zoom in, if you were to go along the road, following around, not making any detours at least, ignoring Turim's Tower because there's no need to go there because it is abandoned now.
Mm.
Or at least, it was abandoned by Turim.
Yeah.
Take you about 490 miles on top. So it then take you another 20 days to get back from the Bloodblade Orc camp. So by that point, you would have pretty much missed the entirety of the month just from traveling. Which means you have unfortunately missed the last month, which was the Autumn Festival. But it's fine.
Hmm.
There's always next year.
Indeed.
And hey, then you'll have the last month. You're right.
Isn't Zoom the last month?
Yeah. You'll be in November next month.
Mm-hmm.
Or the settings equivalent of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No need to waste time. Let's start heading back.
So as you
Yep.
make your way, I want everyone to roll me. How many miles? Give me no. Give me 4 perception checks, everyone. But I'll wait before you do it. Oh, yeah. So again, roll me 3 more. We'll do it in chunks, just because then it'll be easier to keep track.
Oof.
Okay. All right, and the final one. All right then.
Mostly good.
Seamus, you next.
What do I gotta do?
Same, just 4 perception checks.
Okay. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow.
Good thing you have 2 elves to carry the burden of watches. Next, Jack.
Alright, let's go. Mm,
Say that like I don't have the worst perception modifier in the party.
Yeah, I should have had the best rolls. I got a
So-
+7 on it.
Your turn next, Felix.
Come on. Roll, please. Why is it taking so long?
It's got a really bad delay for you, it seems like, all of a sudden.
I don't know, man.
There you go. Crit, that's nice. And again. Okay, and again. Oh, there we go. All 4 there. Brill. So now, this chunk is going to be Prodies. Not great.
Mm.
And then Ruas.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Rug got consistently really good.
So, throughout it, Daron did really well, but at one point, Daron,
Yes.
you were struggling quite bad. Not since Aldane actually has had his weapon, or at least a piece of it. During the night, at one point, you were actually getting dreams of stuff to do with the White Dragon, and Aldane started getting dreams of Flora now actually as well. Only similar stuff that you've had as well, that each of would have had.
Mm.
It's just that you've started unintentionally sharing them. Seamus, for you, it's been so on the first leg. It was a bit of a struggle just because it's been very cold, colder than what you normally used to, but you know.
Yup.
For the middle sections, it's not been too bad. You've been very vigilant. But then towards the end, you did actually fall asleep and you did have to get woken up. But it
Yep.
happens. Aldane, for in bits, you've never had to deal with the weapons like Darren has for so long as well, so it's a new experience for you. So it's made sleeping and sometimes your attention span a little bit spotty, but towards the end you've started kind of getting the hang of it. And I guess Darren might have probably taught Aldane some calming techniques. Or at least, you know, shared the experience, the burden the experience is.
Like, yeah, this happens. Don't worry about it. This is
Felix,
normal.
Felix, for you, you've still been pretty wired for the first leg. So you've had pretty good watches, you've been very attentive. But then that attentiveness has sort of backfired because you've been a bit tired because of it. But it's still not been too bad.
Mhm.
And then the rest of the watches have been sort of okay. Brody's been struggling. It does seem like he is quite tired from this journey. He's not really used to traveling like the rest of you guys. But otherwise, he's been sort of lagging a bit, to be fair. But thankfully, you're all there to compensate for each other. And Rue has been on the ball. Like, anytime you've been struggling, he's just been there picking up the slack. He's like fucking primed and ready to go. It helps that now that he's got his Visage of the Astral Self, it's called, the headpiece. His vision has been a lot better with the night.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, can hear it. It's gone now for now. But yeah. So he's been able to like really hard carry a lot of the watches because you can just spend a key point at night to like, make this headpiece and have 120 dark vision. And can also whisper stuff to you guys at night. So if he needs anyone's attention, doesn't want to create a scene, you can do that and like, yeah. But eventually you do make your way to the river, or at least where the ice bridge was. Because otherwise you would have to go all the way to the capital, unless you actually did want to do that. It's up to you. I should have actually asked.
No.
What, you don't? Would you not want to go to the capital?
We should go back to Centralis, yeah.
No, I mean to Glavnaya to actually like. Because do you go to there and try and see what you can do with the river, or do you head to Glavnaya to like
Well,
then
I
just follow
think
the road back home?
I think what we
That was my fault.
what we could do is send a message to Kuro to try and arrange, the bridge to be there again.
Yeah, that would easily be sortable if you did that. If you messaged him, you'd meet some people there who would make another makeshift bridge.
Cool.
Yeah, and eventually you find yourselves at the Bloodblade Orc camp. Probably very tired and now glad you're finally out of the cold. But it is starting to get a lot colder now that you're in like coming up to winter, and you are very much in autumn at the moment as well. So things aren't as warm as they used to be for you fellas. And in fact, as you make your way to the Bloodblade Orc camp, it is, not too much has seemingly happened. Like, quite a few people have been waiting for Brody to come back. Seemingly he's made quite a bit of a name for himself now. Unfortunately, you couldn't get a treasure, or not a treasure, like a prize from the dragon. Obviously, hard to when it turned to ash. Yeah, so pretty much as you would get there, you do actually see the shaman is actually at the front gate. And she just narrows her eyes as she looks at you all. I see you have returned alive. Why so quiet? Did something happen? None of you are dead.
No, it was just a very difficult fight.
Fair enough. Well, come in. We can give you rest for the time being. And she leads you in. As you actually walk in, a lot of people are actually murmuring about you guys. If you want, you can do perception checks to actually listening to what they're saying. Wow.
Duality of man.
Are you doing anything, Seamus?
Hmm. Beyond just writing music, nothing.
So you're not going to listen in?
uh, it's screwed. I'll listen in. Do I need to roll perception for that? Yes, I do. Shit. Sorry.
Right.
Wow.
So everyone apart from Aldane, obviously, hears a lot of what people are saying. People are very amazed. Some people are even saying it's very likely Brody might overtake Gadzooks at this point.
Hmm.
People are speaking very
Dragon
glowingly
Slayer
of him.
Prody.
People are speaking highly of all of you, especially considering that you are, like honorary Bloodblade Orc members. And from what you can tell, the general mood is the idea that Brody was a bad omen is changing a lot now. And people are saying it might actually be a sign of the times changing. But you are led to the tent that Brody lives in. And yeah, you can rest up. A lot of people are actively avoiding you guys. From what you can tell, it's not out of fear but more out of respect because they want you to, rest and not bother you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just again, it's very quiet. It's almost like since you've dealt with this, things are just a lot more at peace. There's no dragon in the distance causing a ruckus. Yeah, it is very much just not what do you call it. It's just strange going to the Forbidden Ice to going back. It's a very different tone.
Mm.
And as you guys would probably be getting ready to relax, you do actually hear footsteps approaching the tent, and you see Gadzooks actually walking in.
Is the
The
war
first
beast
time you've
with
ever
him?
really seen him stood up. It is in his arms, yes. He is carrying it. And he just looks at you all. And this is the first time you've really seen him stood up. So it's surprising how tall he really is, because he is built like a brick shit house as well. And he has the height to go with it.
Mm.
So, it seems like you've all done very well. I'm very glad we made the decision to keep Brody and make you honorary orcs. You have done us proud. In fact, if you wanted to live here, well, you'd have a very stable and secure life.
Felix just glances at Aldane, just like, you're the diplomatic one of the group. Please answer this in a way he doesn't take offense.
Dyron isn't answering.
Sorry, I cut out for a second. What did he ask?
You're basically saying how he's impressed, and if you were to stay here, you would have a very good future. You'd have a very stable and secure life there.
As absolutely flattered as we are by the offer, we unfortunately have duties we must return to.
He just nods. Fair enough. It seems like you're stronger with where you are right now. Wouldn't want to put a dampener on it.
Appreciate your
He
understanding.
says, rest up. Make sure you
course.
rest up.
Thank you for your hospitality.
It's fine. People who put in the effort and get results get treated right. And he just leaves. And pretty much for the rest of the day, you're pretty much left to your own devices. If you wanted to explore the camp and talk to anyone, you could.
I'm just gonna be sitting around playing music and writing music.
Give me then a performance check and then an intelligence check. Okay, it's pretty decent performance, really.
Then you
And
said
just straight
intelligence, is that
intelligence.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty good. So yeah,
respectable.
you slowly working on this epic that you're trying to do for this Forbidden White Dragon. Unfortunately, you're not really a Valor Bard or a Swords Bard. So writing epic battles is like not really your biggest forte. Like I always imagine lore bards are more about just telling general stories. So it might be that you want to make this part of a greater tale concerning the continent and like the Dracolich as a whole.
My
It's
magnum
up to you.
opus will be a 27-hour long piece about all of our adventures throughout all of Tyrol.
A 27-hour-long
14
musical.
parts.
Yes.
14 parts, 2 for each country.
Yep. And then there's a killer triangle solo for a part where Aldane is gonna be knocked out.
Wow.
And we
'Cause
shall
it's
call
gonna
it.
represent the little stars flying around his head.
And we shall call it the Lord of the Rings.
And it will be placed in a far-off land called New Zealand.
But yeah, so you do that. What does anyone else do with the time that they have in the orc camp?
Felix is gonna start
Medit-
planning
I-
his painting of the dragon.
Alright, give me an intelligence check and a painter's check.
Intelligence. Damn it.
Alright, and painters.
Why do I have to be dumb when it matters?
So it's really hard to like because you're trying to visualize what you want to do, and you're drawing good stuff, but it's not right, especially because you're trying to capture just everything that happened, and it's a bit awkward. I feel like given your creative spirit, you wouldn't settle for anything less than exactly what you wanted, or at least something you could feel satisfied with.
No, Felix is not happy with this.
Yeah. So you're in a bit of an awkward place. You can draw good stuff. It is good. It's just not what you want. Like, because it might be, oh, I remembered, but the Oni Bear came in. But, oh, I remembered. Then there's a bit where Brody opened the fight with that quick flurry of slashes that did a lot of damage. Oh, but then there's the part when Rua did, like, a big astral self-hand and punched the dragon and all this stuff.
And the part where
And it's
Aldane
like
got
trying to
knocked the
fit all
fuck
these
out.
in. Yeah.
Wow, you really are harping on that, huh?
What did you say again that Dan was doing? Meditating, right?
Yep, I'm meditating. Mostly trying to contact Shiryu.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. So, unfortunately, the most you get is just the sight of seeing a dark cloud in the sky, but it's one singular cloud, so it looks really out of place. In fact, it doesn't even look like it would really cover very much if it was to rain, just from that cloud alone. Looks quite sad.
Oh well.
All you can tell is that it has at least the Seiryu is aware of your thoughts Aldane?
Aldan is mostly just reading in the downtime.
Hey. Fair. So I'll say, if there's nothing else to be done, we can call it a session right now.
Okay.
I want to go look for poison. I want to go practice my poison making.
On the way, you could look for poisons and stuff. It's just right in the orc camp. Unless you talk to the shaman, there's not really anywhere you could find. You'd have to venture out on your own or with someone to accompany
Well,
you.
I want to get a chance. I want to get a sense of like what I could do to make my poison making better.
You could speak to the shaman then. She'd probably be the best person. She's the best
Then
at making concoctions.
let's do that then.
Did you say something, Mill?
Oh, I was just about to start ending the stream, but obviously we are continuing now. So
Oh. So you talk to the shaman. She is just currently eating some food as it is around like dinner time. She's just quietly eating in a tent, and she notices your presence and just, what is it you want, Air Genasi?
Yeah, I wanted something when we were fighting the dragon, I tried using poisons, and so I wanted to get, and it didn't seem to be doing as if it wasn't as effective as I'd like it.
From what I know, most, at least the bigger dragons, are immune to being poisoned. They could still be hurt by poison, or at least, well, the dragons that can't manipulate poison are hurt by poison.
Yeah, but I, wish to learn how to do this better, and
I could
figured
teach
you
you.
might.
I could teach you some orcish techniques. We have a very specific blend of poisons we use with various berries.
Mm,
It's the same kind of poison we use to put animals to sleep.
okay. Anything
thing
can
i-
be helpful.
Thing is we often use these to kill creatures that we want to kill and die because they are in the way. Case in point of a T-Rex.
Mm.
So, unless you were to fire multiple arrows onto such a creature, you very likely
What
wouldn't
can I do
die.
to? What do you think I need to do?
Hmm.
Hello?
Well, she's just thinking, and she says,
Can you hear
"Well,
me?
We can hear you.
oh God,
Oh, I'm back. Okay, sorry.
there we go." So yeah, she's just thinking, and she says, "Well, a lot of it is using the poisons at the right time. Any fool can lather the weapon in poison and stab a fool, and that works most of the time. But it doesn't help when creatures well, unfortunately, quite a few are resistant or even immune to poisons, and a lot of the
Yes.
more dangerous creatures are often resistant or have a natural, what's the word? A naturally more inclined to resist poison.
Right.
The best thing I would say is, if you can, try and aim for parts of the body that would be more susceptible. Like if you were to stab someone in the shoulder, especially near the left side where the heart is usually located.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I would recommend, if you have a good working knowledge of the anatomy, aim for veins and arteries. So not only do you damage an artery or a vein, but then you also poison them. So if they're not bleeding out, the poison is in their system. But a lot of the time it's using the right poisons, as just standard poison is fairly mediocre. Again, I can give you a file of our poison and some berries that we would use, unless you were to stay behind and spend at least probably a week or so at best. You'd have to learn in your own time, or find someone in the capital who can teach you.
I like think I like Darren just kind of tilts their head and looks down at isolation and goes, "I'll stay behind.
For the week?
Yeah, I'll make my own way back."
That seems rather foolish. We can't escort you back.
I need some time to think.
Okay. Alright then. Well, if that's the case, then I'll teach you tomorrow.
Sounds
And
good.
Alright then. Get well rested. And with that, I'm going to call it a session.
Yep.
Unless anyone else has another thing we want to squeeze in.
No, doesn't appear so.
Right.
That means we are at the end of the stream. Thank you everybody who has watched this. In terms of future streams, Tuesday should be Mass Effect, Thursday should be me starting Psychonauts 2. Saturday should be MCU, or the first part of MCU Phase 3. And then next Sunday, hopefully we get some time to relax in Centralis before heading out on our next nightmare-inducing adventure.
You'll be given at least 3 weeks. Actually, do try and decide amongst yourselves what you want to do, because there is a lot of things you could do. It's genuinely up to you what you want to do, but try and come to some sort of consensus and actually discuss it. Preferably before the session, if only to save time.
We'll try to do. Otherwise,
Make no guarantees.
Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please give us a follow on Twitch and Twitter, and a subscribe on YouTube. And otherwise, see you next time. Good night.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.